Hey guys, it's the ECOM King here, known as Camille Sattar, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a completely free digital product Shopify store course. I'm going to be teaching you how to design and build a successful Shopify digital product store in 2021 from the very beginning. I'm going to be showing you how to make digital products, how to build a digital product store, how to automate the process with one single app, and I'm also going to be teaching you how to run the Facebook ads for digital products. Now, how much do you need to start a digital product business? Now, the short answer is $1,000, but the more, obviously, the better. Now, you need to be topping this up by $100 every single month. Now, these are the digital product costs included. Shopify plan, which is going to cost you $29.99 a month. Digital assets, meaning how much it costs you to acquire a digital asset in terms of creating them yourself, is going to be roughly around about $50 per month. Now, the theme that I recommend for this strategy is going to be around about $50, and that's a one-off payment. Then your logo around about $20, your apps $20 to $50 a month, and your marketing, which will be $500 to $2,500 every single month. Then your marketing, which will cost between $500 and $2,500. Now, for those that want to skip the course to the bits that they're most interested in, there are timestamps in the description and in the slide bar on this YouTube video. But if you're somebody that's brand new to the digital product space, please watch this course from here. So let's get straight into what are the pros and cons of digital products, because I'm sure a lot of you here do not know how this works. So the pros of this is you get instant shipping times. Because it's a digital product, as soon as somebody buys it off your website, they'll receive it straight away. There's really high profit margins because depending on how you do this, you buy the digital asset once, you create the digital asset once, and then it's every time somebody else orders it, you're making 100% profit because you've only had to create that digital asset once. And let's say, for example, it costs you $50 to make it. Then after that, every time somebody orders, you're looking at 60 to 70% profit margins because the costs are not there in terms of cost of goods. Now, you own the asset. So if you're building these digital assets yourself, which I'll be teaching you a little bit later on, you own them, meaning they're yours, you license them, and nobody else can have them unless you give them seller permission. But overall, this is a great way to build an online asset. Now, the cons of this business model is it's a limited range of digital products. Now, in the digital product space, because it's such a new space at the moment, there's so much limited range of things that you can do. Now, there's a limited perceived value as well. So in terms of how much you can charge for these things, there is a limited received value just on the base of a nature of a digital product. Now, the best digital product niches that I've personally found myself are the Lightroom presets. Now, for those that don't know what Lightroom presets are, is Lightroom is created by Adobe Photoshop, and Lightroom is where you do color work to your photos to make them look a lot nicer and a lot brighter, and it's just a way to get people to look at your photos and think, wow, they look really, really impressive. Now, people spend a lot of money on getting presets from professionals because all they need to do is add it to their Lightroom, click one button, it's like a filter. So on Instagram, you can pick a filter. Lightroom presets is basically that, but the high-end version of it. So those are some Lightroom presets are one of the biggest, if not the biggest digital asset that I see at the moment. Now, Video LUTs is basically the video version of Lightroom presets. A Video LUT can be used on Final Cut Pro, Premiere. It can be used on most video editing softwares, and what this does is it adds a filter to a video. Now, the Video LUTs are a lot harder than Lightroom because it's a photo, but Video LUTs are very, very high in demand, especially now with the whole global situation. A lot of people are now taking on photography. A lot of people are now taking on videography. So these are some two big assets that people are looking to acquire every single day. Now, phone wallpapers is another really good one, and app icons. So, you know, the icons on your Android phone or your Apple phone, people spend a lot of money making them look really, really cool. So these are by far the digital assets that I have found to work the best at the moment. Now, how do you find winning digital product ideas? Now, the best way to do this is by looking at your competitors' best sellers and going through their website and doing some due diligence and working out what's working well for them and what's not working for them. Now, the whole idea of this is not to copy them. I want to make this very, very clear. Please do not copy anybody, but it's just there to gather information that you can use for yourself when coming into the business model, which is research on your competitors. So guys, this is a great way to do some research to find out which one of these niches that I've recommended, Lightroom presets, Video LUTs, wallpapers, app icons. This is some of the best ways to find what's working best in the industry. So you come over to Google, you type in Lightroom presets or Video LUTs, then you head over to where it says shopping here on the Google search, And what you do is you click on some of these people and you have a look. So for example, here we've got 123 preset store. We click this, and this is a big known store for selling digital products. And what you can do is you can head over to their mobile presets and you can go through their website and see which ones have done the best for them. You can also take a look at the Facebook ad library to see how many ads they're running for which Lightroom presets. So if you go to the ad library, which shows you a brand's ads that they run on Facebook, whichever ones that they're running ads for, obviously the ones that are performing the best for them. Now what you want to do is you can see these ones are called bright and airy, IG style, creamy, earth tones. So there's different style of presets made for certain types of photos. And again, if for example IG style's doing the best for them because they're running lots of ads for them on Facebook, that means that that type of look is doing really, really well. So you might want to write down IG or Instagram photo presets are doing really, really well. You don't want to copy the exact way that they've done their presets, which I'll be showing you later, but you want to understand that that's the industry at the moment that are doing really, really well in terms of preset. Now, another really great way to find proof of concept in terms of what works well for your digital products is by heading over to Etsy and searching for Lightroom presets, video LUTs, whatever digital product that you're decided to go down. Now, when you come over to Etsy and you type in, for example, Lightroom presets, it's come up with loads of different sellers selling their own Lightroom presets, and it shows next to it how many orders they've got and how many reviews that they've got. Now, just by going through this, you're able to find the ones that have got the most orders and which ones have the best reviews. And again, you're not here to copy or to take their work and make it your own. You are just here to do research on what's working well and what's not working well. For example, if Insta Blogger is coming up the most, as for example, this one's got 4,261 reviews, that's really good. Now, remember, this one's saying it's a bestseller, so you can see where it says here bestseller. That's a good sign. And remember, when we went over to that other website, 123 presets, they were also saying that Instagram presets were doing really, really well. So then you can see there's a trend. Instagram presets are doing really, really well. Then what you want to do is you want to do some due diligence and work out what is an Instagram preset. What does it contain? What does it have? What does it involve in terms of what makes an Instagram preset? What are the colors? What type of photography editing is it included? And that's what you want to do. And again, guys, I want to make this very, very clear. You do not copy anybody, but you're just going over here to do your own research to find out what's right and what's not right in terms of what works well and what doesn't work well. Now let's cover the best methods to create your own digital products. So you've got Upwork, Fiverr, YouTube, or you can actually drop ship the digital products, which I'll be showing you right now. So guys, the first method is to head over to Fiverr, and Fiverr is basically where loads of freelancers come on here to look for work. And what you want to do is you want to search for what you're looking for. So I might want to type in video LUTs, and if I type in video LUTs, it's going to show me people that will create me my own video LUTs. So you can see here loads of different people. Now, if I do the same but for Lightroom presets, you're going to see a lot more sellers come up. So I'm going to go into the search bar and type in Lightroom presets. So you can see here Lightroom presets, and you can see loads of people are saying that they will deliver Lightroom presets for me, and you can see all the sellers here. Now, again, if you type in, for example, app icons or stuff like that, you can see there's going to be sellers that will say that they can make me some app icons and they can design me them the way that I want them to look as well. Now, if I show you a seller that I've personally used myself, which is this gentleman here, he's saying that he will create me a Lightroom preset, and he's had some really, really good reviews, and you can see some information about his gig right here. Now, if we take a look at his plans, he's got basic, standard, and premium. Now, you can see here, it will say that it is for commercial reuse. Now, this is very, very important, guys. So when you come in to hire people to create you these digital products, you need to make sure that they are designed for commercial reuse, meaning that when they create them for you, you are then allowed to sell them as your own. That is very, very important. If you do not get that permission, then you cannot do it. So you can see here, he's put commercial use. Even though that they put commercial use in their bio or in their seller, you still need to contact them and ask them if that is, if you're able to do so. So if I actually show you the message between me and this seller, you'll see what I'm talking about. So you can see here, hello, are these preset custom made, as I would like to sell them on my website after you've created them and licensed them. You can see here, yes, they are custom made and you can resell them. So you can see here, I've just made sure that they are custom made. You don't want this person to go out there, buy some off, for example, example, Etsy, and then sell them to me as a dropshipper, that would not work because then it's not his work. So you can see here, he's selling that it is going to be his work and I can actually sell them on my website. So as soon as I found that out, I ordered my presets from him. So that's basically what you want to do. And you can see here, there's somebody else here that's selling video LUTs. And you can see here, he does pro grading and stuff like that. Now I paid for the pro package. So if we go over here to premium, you can see I actually paid for this one. And I'd recommend that when you are doing presets or video LUTs, you want to be getting at least 5 to 10 of those digital assets in terms of 5 presets, 10 presets. So you can see here when I ordered them, there was some requirements, and the requirements are what the seller asked me for when I pay. Any special look that you're going for. So you can see here any special look that I'm going for. Now remember that where we did that research to find out what's working best and what's not working best, we saw that the IG theme is working really, really well. So I could have put in here, can you make me some Instagram presets, because you know that that's the industry that's working really, really well at the moment. In this case, I just put whatever is trending at the moment. You can get them to do the research as they're the professional. And then he says, how many presets do you need? I always recommend that 5 to 10 work really, really well. And then he says, do you have any raw photos? Meaning, do you have any photos that you'd like to send him that he can apply the preset to? I always say, no, you don't want to be doing that right now. And then that's pretty much everything done. And as you guys can see here, I paid $45 and I paid for export presets in mobile use as DNG file. So when you're doing Lightroom presets, if this is the thing that you're deciding to do, you want to make sure that you get the DNG file, because you want to make sure that you can have your customers uploading it on mobile and desktop. So I had to pay an extra $10. So in total, I did spend $55 on getting this done. And again, this is what goes back to what I was saying before. I've paid $55 to create my own digital asset. Now I've got that. That is it. Now when I sell this, I'm selling it technically for free, because then I've paid for it once. Now when people buy it, that cost of good you've paid for once, now that's why the profit margins are so high, because as soon as I've made $55 in profit, that's it. Everything else that I make is literally just profit then. So that's why it's such a lucrative business option. So guys, the second way that you can get your own digital products made, and this way, if I'm going to be honest with you, is going to be a lot better, is by heading over to Upwork. Now Upwork is like Fiverr, but instead of you going and searching for somebody, you put a job post up and you tend to get higher quality leads. So what you want to do is you want to head over to Upwork, click post a job, and then when you click post a job, you just want to follow exactly what I've entered in and the style that I've entered it in. So I've made the job title Lightroom presets. If you're doing video LUTs, you could do video LUTs. If you're doing app icons, you can do app icons. Then I put as a job category image editing, whatever that your category is in. Then I put in the description, I'm looking for an expert in Lightroom presets who can make me 10 unique presets for the trending designs in the photography industry. You might want to also put in here that I can sell commercially, reuse on my website. You want to make it very specific and let them know that you're looking to relicense, or you're looking to license the digital product. Because as soon as you make it, you want to license it, meaning that when it's licensed, people can't sell it without your permission. And if they do, obviously they can get into trouble. And then if people do want to sell your presets, which is classed as distribution, if you have a license, they have to pay you some form of royalty, which I'll be talking about in a minute. Then you can see here type of project, one-time project. You can see screening questions, how many years of experience do you have? Now what I've actually done for you guys is I've actually created a Google Doc sheet with all the copy and paste templates that you're going to need. So guys, as you can see here, this is the free Google Doc sheet that I've made for you with this free mini course that has all the copy and paste templates, all the links that you need, so you can fast track your process. So if we go back over to Fiverr, you can see here require cover letter, you put yes, expertise, I put photography, travel, fashion, nature, portrait, expert level, expert location, worldwide, freelancers, job visibility, I want freelancers, agencies, and I put talent, I've put talent type, and I put no preference, amount earned 1K, rising talent, I'll put job success rate 80%, English fluent, qualifications, I put no preference, budget, pay as a fixed price, and you're looking to spend around about $50. Then you can see here everything else that you can put, and then you can put a post job. Now as soon as you've done that, you're going to get loads of people reaching out to you with their portfolio, and you just basically want to get into conversations with them. Sometimes you can even get on a call with them and just tell them that what you're looking for specifically, and tell them the long-term vision that you're looking for, and hopefully you can have somebody there that once you've made one Lightroom preset or one video LUT, you can go back to them for more and more work, and you can build very good connections doing it that way. Now another great way of getting your own digital preset presets or digital assets is by creating them yourself, not even hiring anybody, but doing it yourself and learning how to do so. So this is a great YouTube channel called AR Editing. He's a professional in Lightroom editing, and he's got a YouTube channel where it shows you how to create your own presets that match the look that they're doing. For example, how to have the caramel look, how to have the wedding look, how to have the selfie look. So he shows you how to create all the different Lightroom presets that you're looking to do. Now, if you know anything about Lightroom, then you can do it yourself. Now, again, the same for video editing. There's people out there that show you how to create your own video looks. There's people out there that show you how to create your own app icons. So you can try and teach yourself how to do it yourself. And this is a great way of saving money and making sure that you're doing it yourself and you know it's your own work. Now, although I'm saying this, you got to make sure that when you watch these videos, you do not copy them exactly as they are. You will have to adjust them to make sure that they are unique to your own. So you can't just watch one of these videos and copy it and make it your own. You will have to make a change to how you're doing them. You can follow the main structure, but you will have to adjust them to your own way to make them your own so you can license them. But this is a great way to learn how to do it yourself and then create them and then have them licensed on your own behalf. Guys, the next way you can get digital assets is by actually drop shipping other people's work. So this is another great way to get involved. Now, the downside to this way is you will be having to pay a royalty, but then that way you don't need to pay for any of the work and you don't need to make sure that you're hiring people to do long-term work for you. And you know that the people that you're dropshipping from, you know that they're good at what they do and you can rely on their work. So this is how it works. Digital product outreach message. So this is the outreach message that you want to make sure that you send them before you work with them. Now, you could not basically sell somebody else's digital asset without having their permission. It just can't be done. So this is how you do it the right way. You want to be saying, hello, whatever their name is, I want to dropship your digital product. My name is, I'm offering you % to sell your digital product. I have a few questions regarding you as a seller. Am I allowed to dropship this product on my Shopify website and the marketing platforms like Facebook and Google? Do you have a license to sell this digital product? Because sometimes these people that you find do not actually own the original rights. So you need to make sure that you find the person that does. Are the videos and pictures on your page or on your website okay for me to use commercially for my advertisements like Facebook and so forth? And then you'll put, I look forward to hearing from you. Let's make money together. And I've put it here in bold. Do not sell any of these things without their permission, because again, it is copyright and they do have a license to it. So if you do not have their permission and a contract signed, you cannot do it. So please, guys, make sure that you're only doing it if you have permission. And I'm going to be showing you now an example of me doing this. Now, before I carry on, a lot of you are going to probably say, oh, why would somebody want to do this? Now, this is just called distribution. Now, if you're selling something because you have a hobby, a lot of people in the digital asset like Lightroom, video LUTs and so forth, they have a passion to create these things. They're very good at creating them, but in terms of a business, they're not good at selling them. They're not good at getting it out there. Now, you as the marketer, that's your responsibility. And that's why a lot of companies do what we call distribution. So if we look at, for example, Walmart, a lot of the products that are sold in Walmart are not owned or created by Walmart. They're just good at getting customers. They just have the rights to resell those products. And that's what you're doing here. You're outreaching to these people saying, well, look, you've created an amazing product, but I'm there to make you money by paying you a royalty, but also getting money by pushing it out there. And it's just a form of distribution and it works and happens all the time. So an example of doing this is you can head over to a website like this, Filter Grade, and this is where loads of professionals basically put their work on here. And you can see if I go to photo, you can see Lightroom presets. I can go on here, look at loads of different Lightroom presets. I can click on here. Then what it'll do is it'll tell me who the seller is created by. And you can see here, this is the creator. So I'll click that and then it'll tell me who the creators. And what I can do is I can Google the name on Google, search for it, and then I can find here, these are the people that own it, and then I can go to their contact and then I can contact them with that script that I've given you in the free Google Doc sheet in this. So I message this person here. I'm going to cover their names up because I'm going to keep them private. But you can see I put, can I sell these presets that you're selling on your website? And she put, what percentage do I get? I'll put, what would you like? Would you like to rebrand them and make them as your own? I'll put, potentially depends. She put, I'm not looking to whitelist the presets. They are part of my brand. I put, okay, how about reselling them? She put, that is something that I'd be interested in. And then we talk about a percent that we can agree on. Again, a lot of these sellers, again, like I told you, are just interested in creating some work they like. They might make a little bit of money out of it, but if you can help them scale it and potentially sell it on your own, they're willing to do a royalty or a distribution contract form like this person is. So this is a great way to do that. Now, what I always like to say is you want to negotiate on the royalty. Now, you do want to pay them a decent royalty. You don't want to be giving them really bad percentages, but you want to negotiate on a decent royalty. And sometimes the deal will go through, sometimes the deal won't go through. But as soon as the deal has gone through and you've done done your logistics, you've done your due diligence on them, you found out that they are the actual creator, then what you want to do is you want to get them to create a contract and you want to sign it. Then that way you know you're safe and protected, and that's what I'd recommend that you do. So guys, the next part of the course is setting up the Shopify digital product store, and we're going to make sure that we create it so it converts really well, it looks professional, and it is a real solid brand. So guys, the first step to this is by creating our logo and picking our domain name. So if you head over to Canva, this is where we're going to be creating the logo, but before we actually create the logo, we need to come up with a brand name. Now the brand name, if you look in the free Google Docs sheet, I'm giving you guys some recommendations. So my actual store name idea is going to be yourphotographypresets.com, because I'm going to be doing the Lightroom presets, and you can see here the domain name should always have .com in it. Now you could do, for example, your videolutz.com or something like that, but you want it something really branded, and something where it really stands out and it tells people exactly what you do, and you always want to make sure that you use the .com extension. Now you want to head over to Google domain names, Shopify domain names, and make sure that the domain name that you're looking for is available, because you don't want to be paying silly money for a domain name because it's sold out. You want to make sure that you're paying for a domain name that is $14. It's never been bought before, so just make sure that you do that before picking a brand name, because the last thing you want to do is create a logo, come to buy the domain name, and it's not available, or it's available for resale and it's a ridiculous price. So guys, once you've done that, you want to head over to Canva and you want to type in logo, and as soon as you've done that, click the top one, and then it will open up a logo format. Now you want to hit skip tour, and I do recommend that you guys get Canva Pro. It has got a 30-day free trial. I will leave my link in the Google Docs sheet and in the description. Canva Pro will enable you some really good features, and we are going to be using Canva a lot in this free course, guys, so do bear that in mind. You will need the Pro version. Now what you want to do is you want to scroll through these different logos, and you want to find something that really does fit your industry. Again, depending on the industry, depends on how a logo should be designed. Now me personally, I have created the logo where it is just a worded logo. There is no actual emblem in it. It's just actual worded logo. So I just went to text personally, and I dragged over the text that I felt really matched my industry really well. So for example, I felt like this really matched my industry, so I pulled it over and I just literally changed it. So what I did was I deleted this box here because I don't need it. So this box here got deleted, and I just changed this to say your Lightroom presets by deleting the text and typing in. And that's pretty much what I did, guys. And you guys are probably thinking this logo is whack. Why would you only have it as words? I just find in the Lightroom presets, the photography, the videography, a lot of brands don't really have crazy logos. It's normally just the name of the brand and then maybe the initials of the person that started it. That's the theme that I saw, so I want to fit in with the theme so people feel comfortable. So then what I'll do is I'll just export that as my logo by clicking the download button here. So guys, the next part is by downloading and paying for the theme that I recommend, which is this theme right here called the Phono Online Mobile Store and Phone Shop Shopify theme. And you're probably thinking, Cam, this is a mobile theme, why would you want it for a digital product? I have just found that this one looks the best, and when I show you it, you're going to agree with me. It just looks absolutely amazing. Now it is around about $50, I believe, to buy. I think it's around about $49, $55, around that range. It is really cheap, guys. It will make your store look really professional and beautiful. I have left the link to this theme in the description and in the Google Docs sheet, the free Google Docs sheet. I will be referencing this for the actual course, so if you don't have the theme, it's going to be very hard to follow along with. And again, through my testing and having my own digital stores, I have found this theme to work the best. So guys, the next thing that you want to do is you want to create a free Shopify account, the 14-day free trial. And once you've done that, you should come to a screen that looks like this, and you've signed in using your details. Now, if you do use my link in the description for Shopify, you will get a 14-day free trial, guys. Now, once you've come here, the first thing you want to go to is you want to go to domain names here, and you want to go buy a new domain name, and you want to buy the domain name for your niche. For example, mine's your photographypresets.com, so I'll buy that domain name. Once you've done that, you want to head over back to online store, and the first thing that you want to do is you want to upload the theme that we just purchased by clicking upload theme. Once you've done that, guys, you should come here to your downloads, click on the folder, click on the theme zip file, and click choose for upload. So guys, once you've uploaded the theme, it should show here theme just added. What you want to do is you want to hit actions. As soon as you've clicked actions and publish, your new theme should appear. So you can see when I click publish, it's going to now now rechange the main theme. So you can see here, it is now changed it to the theme that we have just purchased. And what you want to do is you want to hit the customize button. So guys, once you've done that, you should come to a screen that looks like this, which is your editor. And you can see here, there is no placements at all. There are just literally frames telling you what size the images should be and whatnot. So yes, there is a lot of work that we need to do, but don't worry guys, I've got you covered. I'm going to show you the website that I've already created before now to show you what our website will eventually look like. So you can see here, I've already designed one and you can see it looks really, really nice and really, really professional. And this is what I'm going to be getting you guys to create right now. And you guys can see here, this is why this theme was so important, because it just makes your website look so professional and so beautiful. So let's get started straight away with the main part. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is want to go to where it says notification bar, and you do want to have a top notification bar. By clicking it, it will then activate the notification bar. Now you want to make sure that you change the colors to your brand colors. Now your brand colors should consist of 3 colors. Mine's white, black, and red. So I'm going to change it to that red color because that is part of my brand color. So that red's a little bit too bright. It's that red that I like. It's the dark red. Now what you want to do in the notification text is you want to put download instantly. So you want to put download. So once you put download instantly in the notification text, you do want to get rid of the notification link text. You do not want to put it in there. You want to leave it blank. Now the reason why you put download instantly is to let people know that when they pay for it, they will receive it straight away. So once you've done that guys, you can go back, and then what you can do is you can head over to navigation, and what you want to do is you want to get rid of display mega menu. You want to turn that one off. And again, it's down to preference, but me personally, I have that switched off. Then you want to head over to where it says header. And this part is really important. Display search. Me personally, I have it turned off. Display mini cart. Yes, you want that. Display wish list. Yes, you do want those on. And then here you've got the colors. And again, you want to make sure that these colors match your brand colors. And you want to make sure that the ones that are in red here, so the ones you can see red, you want to make sure that those are the third color. So if your main colors are, let's say, white, black, and purple, whichever the ones that are red here, you want to change to your purple or whatever your main color of your brand is. Once you've done that, you want to head over to where it says slideshow, and the slideshow is here where it says 920 by 940. Now what you want to do is you actually want to click on these, and you actually want to delete these two. You don't want it, you only actually want to have one active. So how you do that guys is by clicking it, click the top 3 buttons, click remove, and then do again here, remove, and you should be left with one content. Now what you want to do is you want to click on the content, and you can see here you've got an image and a mobile image. So basically you can choose a website on desktop image and a mobile image. You can actually make them different, which is important because mobile and desktop websites look totally different. What works on desktop might not work on mobile, so it's great that they give you those options. So now what we need to do is we actually need to head over to Canva, because we are going to be using Canva to create this image here. So you can see here on the website I've already created, this was actually designed on Canva, which is really, really cool. So what you want to do is you want to head over to Canva here, and you want to search for website. So we're going to type in website. So you can see here, website has been selected. Then you want to hit create a blank website, and then it should take you to a screen that looks like this. So these are the right dimensions for that image insert. So once you've done this, then you want to head over to a company called Placeit. Now Placeit is the best company for mockup. So if we actually look at that website I created, this was done on a mockup, which is Placeit. So once you come over to mockups, what you want to do is you want to scroll down and you want to head over to whatever works best. iPhone, laptop, depending on what you're doing, depends on the mockup you should use. So I'm going to be using personally an iPhone. So I'm going to click iPhone, and it's going to show me the iPhone Placeit mockups, and you can see them all here. Now me personally, I used this image here. So I'm going to click on this image, and then you can upload an image. So what I basically did is I actually went onto my iPhone. If you've got an Android, you can use an Android. And what I did is I opened up Lightroom, and I actually added an image in Lightroom into my Lightroom account, and I took a print screen, and then I sent it back over to my computer. Now what you can do is you can actually go to a website called Pixels. So I'm going to type in Pixels here. And this company here is going to give you free stock photos that you can use. Now, if you're doing, for example, let's say Lightroom presets or video footage, you're going to need some form of photography to apply those presets to show off the work. Now, obviously, you're not going to have that, so you can head over to Pixels and get it for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in travel. So you can see here I've typed in travel, and you can see loads of different travel images are coming up. Now, one of the presets that my person made me was a travel preset. So I'm going to select this image image here, and I downloaded the image, and basically what I did is I uploaded it to Lightroom. So I'm going to show you that right now. So I went over to Lightroom. Now, do bear in mind, guys, I did do this on my actual phone. I didn't do this on my desktop. But you can see here, if I go onto home, I'm going to go back to view all photos. Now, again, like I said, guys, do bear in mind, I did this on my mobile phone, not my desktop, but it's just to show you what I did. So I went on here, and that's the image that I got. So then what I did was I clicked the three dots. Sorry, I clicked these here. And then what I did is I hit presets and I uploaded the presets. And you can see here, these are all the presets that the guy made me on Fiverr. And I used the one called travel. So you can see I applied the one called travel. Now, if I actually show you what it looks like without it, so if I click show original, that's what it looks like without the preset. If I add the preset, that's what it looks like. So I did this on my mobile phone and I clicked the print screen button on my mobile phone. You can also do it on your desktop as well. Just choose, it's all on preference. I prefer the way it looks like on the mobile phone, and that's what I did. Once you've done that, guys, you go where it says insert image and you upload the image that you had of your print screen of you in the Lightroom editor or you in the Final Cut editor, whatever digital asset that you're creating, let's say app icons, whatever it is, you upload it here. Then you go to where it says background and you change it to a transparent background. Then you click the download button, and then once you hit the download button, you go to your downloads, which is here, and it will show you all the downloads that you've got. So you can see here, that's the download that I've got. Once you've done that, you want to head back over to Canva, go to uploads, and you basically want to upload that. So you can see I've uploaded that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this image bigger. I'm going to make the image bigger again. And then I'm going to put that imagery somewhere around here. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go over to where it says photos, and I'm actually going to type in marble. So I'm going to type in marble. And then when you click marble, it will give you an image of a marble background. And this is what I did, is I put this as a background to break up the white and make it a little bit more funky. And then what I did was I click position, click backwards, and you can see then the phone will be on the overlay, and you can make this a little bit bigger and you can reposition that wherever you want it. And you can add text if you really want to, but I don't recommend it. Once you've done that, you can hit publish as a website and then click download. So guys, once you've done that, you can go to where it says select an image. You can click the upload and you can upload that image. So you guys can see I've just uploaded that image, and you can see I've clicked select, and then it will add that to your imagery. Now, do bear in mind that it will dim out the image. So don't worry if it dims it out like this. Just click the save button and refresh the screen, and it will show it in a normal way. So as soon as you guys click save, it will change it so it's not dimmed out. I know a lot of you guys might worry about it, but that's how you fix it. So the next thing that you guys want to do is you want to select a mobile image, because if we change this to the mobile editor, it looks completely differently. There's a total different image that's going to go behind it. So if I show you the store that I've already made and I change it to mobile, you'll see the difference. So you can see this image is totally different. It's a picture of a woman with a phone in her hand editing her photos on Lightroom. And again, I did that that photo in Placeit. So if you head over to Placeit, you can see in my downloads, it's this photo here that I got. And again, just go on Placeit, find a photo that you like, one that will fit really nicely into the mobile. Once you've done that, guys, you can add it into your website by going back to your website, click in here, click in mobile, and changing it. And again, you want to make sure that you're happy with the way it looks. Once you've done that, guys, change it back to desktop. And then what you want to do is you want to change the subheading to whatever it is you're doing. So I'm doing Lightroom preset, so I changed it to Lightroom. You can change the subheading font size, so how big you want the fonts to be. Then I put the heading as design for photographers. I'm letting people know what this is for. If you're doing video looks, you can put design for videographers or video editors, whatever you want to do. Then you can see I've put the buy now button as what it was. Then I've changed the button color, so when it's outlined, it's got a red color to it, and when you hover over it, it's got a full red look to it. And that's pretty much the first part of that done. So then you want to go back and make sure you save your work, guys, by clicking the top right button and clicking save. Once you've done that, you want to go to where it says info block, which is this part right here: instant download, official discount, worldwide support. This is the bit that you're wanting to do. Now, what you can do, guys, is if you go back to the blank canvas, it will actually tell you the size of what this is. So if we go back and go to the instant download, the info block, which is this bit here, these three here, I'd actually recommend that you guys keep all three, by the way. And what you want to do is you want to head over to Canva again. And what you want to do is you want to search and you want to hit create design. So you want to hit create design, and you want to hit custom size, and you want to basically use the size that they're saying. So the size that they're saying is 55 by 42. So what you'd do is you'd head over to Canva and you'll type in 55 by 42. So 55, and then 42, and you want to make sure that this is in pixels. If not, it's not going to work. So you want to hit here and you want to put it as PX, that stands for pixels, create new design, and it will take you to the size of what this is. Once you've done that, guys, you can see here on mine, I've put a phone and I've put instant download. I'd actually recommend that you guys do the same, instant download, show a laptop or a phone, depending on what you're actually doing. So if you're doing app icons, a phone would work great. If you're doing videos, a laptop might work well. So what you do is you head over to Canva, you go to where it says elements and you search for phone. So I'm going to search for phone. So you can see phone, and it's going to show me loads of different phone icons. So what I might want to do is I might want to use this, make it black and make it big. So once you've done that, center it, you can click the download button. So this is why you need Canva Pro, because a lot of these elements are Canva Pro. Once you've done that, you download it, and then what you do is you head back over to your website, you click it, you click select image, and then you can upload your icon. So you guys can see I've just uploaded that icon, and you can see it fits really, really nicely. Then it's got heading and description. So if we look back over to mine, I'll put instant download when you purchase. So what you do is you put instant download here, and then you put when you purchase, to let people know that when they buy this digital asset off you, they're going to receive it straight away. So then you've got two more to do. So I've put official discount here, and I've put worldwide support. So if you look at the one that I've already created, you can see I've put official discount and I've put worldwide support. I put save 20% off on your order, care till the end. And again, how you do that, guys, you head over to Canva, you type in here, for example, discount. So I'm typing in discount, and then what you do is you get a discount symbol, keep it black preferentially, so it matches with the one you've already done. You change it, download it, you upload it here, and that's done. So that's what you want to do with your info block. Then once you've done that, guys, you want to head over to where it says what makes the, and then click it, and then you've got another 3 trust icons that you need to fill out. So if you look at the one that I've already done myself, I put experience expert color work. So you can see here, if you scroll down, you'll see where it says small heading. This is the bit that you're changing. Now, you don't actually want to change the heading. It depends on what you want to do. I've made it what makes us different. So I've just put what makes the essential different in terms of what makes us as a brand different. That's what you want to do. And you can see here what makes our Lightroom presets different. You could put what makes our video looks different, or what makes our app icons different. And then you can see here, you want to change this to experience, our video looks experience, our app icons, whatever you want. Once you've done that, you want to scroll back up though, and you want to add another 3 trust icons. I've put expert team, lifetime updates, and the latest trends. And then I put we are a team of Lightroom experts. You'll receive the latest updates to our presets. We design presets based on our trends. Now, again, if you come back here, it shows you the size of how big it should be for you to upload it. And again, it's 55 by 42, the same as these. So what you do is you head over to Canva, find new icons for those, and upload them. Then if we scroll down, you've got the find your perfect. You want to click this now. Your find your perfect is basically a slideshow of different images. Now this is where we're going to be showcasing the before and after of what it looks like before our digital product and after our digital product. So you can see here, you've got 4 different images, and I'd recommend that you keep it at 4 different images. Now, if you look at the website that I've already created, you can see I've put as the title, find your perfect preset, explore our before and afters. So you can see here, what you do is you put here, find your perfect preset, and then you can put here before and after. That's where you're changing the text. And once you've done that, what you need to do is you need to head over to Lightroom, and you need to download the image on Pixels. For example, if we go over back to Pixels, I've downloaded this image as it was, and then I've also downloaded the image after I've applied the preset to it, as you saw me do in the Lightroom. Then once you've done that, guys, you need to find this custom design. So it's 700 by 490. So you would head over to Canva, click create a design, and you click custom size, and you do the same size here, which is 700 by 490. And then once you've entered that dimensions, you'd click create a design. Once you've done that, guys, I've already done mine, but I'm going to show you how I did it. What you do is you get an image, again, like I said, one of when you downloaded it straight from Pixels, and then what you do is you also add a photo of what it looks like after. So this is the after, this is the before. So what you do is you go to upload, you upload those 2 different photos, and then once you've done that, what you've got to do is you've got to basically half the canvas in half, 1 for 1, 1 for 1. Once you've done that, guys, you want to head over to where it says text, and you want to add after and before. Then once you've done that, and you've added the text, you want to go to where it says elements, and you want to add a square and put it behind just so it shows it. And then you can see here, it shows the person of what it looks like before and what it looks like after. And again, it doesn't matter which way you put it, it's up to you which way you want to put it, but that's basically what you're doing here. And now do bear in mind, guys, that you are going to need to do 4 of these because there's 4 different image blocks that you need to use on Shopify. For example, I've got 10 different presets that the guy made me. I've got travel, I've got HDR, I've got wedding, I've got loads of different preset types that he's created me. So you might want to do one before and after for each different one. Once you've done that, guys, you head over to image, you select the images. For example, I'm going to select image, click upload. Then I'm going to add the before and after. So click choose for upload. And then you can see I've selected that image and it's just uploading now. And then once it's uploaded, you're going to hit select. And then you can see there it's added the before and after. This is the travel one. So I've showed an image of Dubai, after and before. Once you've done that, guys, you just hit save. And again, you need to add another 3 more. So you hit save, and then that will fix the issue of it changing in terms of going down instead of sideways. So you guys can see it's changed it back to a slideshow, and you can see when you click it, if you had other images, it showed the other image, then it showed the main one. And you can see here, I've done that for this one. I've added all of them. And this is just a great way to show people what your presets can do based on the work that you've done. Now, once you've done that, guys, you want to go back, and then you want to go back down to the next section. So guys, the next section is possibilities and performance. You want to click it. And the first thing that you want to do is you want to scroll all the way down to where it says heading and small heading. You can see on mine, I put sharp, colorful, instant, pro colors without being a pro, meaning that you can get the pro color work without being a pro because I've done it all for you basically. So that's what I've done, and that's what I'd recommend that you do. And you can see here, this is the heading and this is the small. Now, once you've done that, you are going to need 3 more icons that point to the object that you're doing. Now, in terms of finding an object, you're going to have to get this off place it again, and they do give you the image size. So you can see here, this is where it says image. Now you will need to head over to where it says place it, and you will need to find another mock-up of what you want to point to. Now this one is up to you in terms of if you want this section on your website or not. Me personally, I think personally it looks really, really good, but I got the mock-up from Placeit, and I'm going to show you the one that I got. So if we scroll down, you can see it's this one right here of the phone lying down. And if we go back to the website, you can see I've got 3 different arrows pointing to an instant application for iOS and Android, easy adjustments, showing the adjustment catalog here. Now, it's important that you let people know it's for iOS and Android so people don't feel like they're alienated out. And you also want to let people know it's an instant application. And the reason why this is pointing to this is because that's the button you normally need to click to install an app on your phone. So if we head over back to here, you'll select the image that you've just downloaded as the holder, and then once you've uploaded that image, then these 3 here are the arrows pointing down. Now personally, I've actually only got 4, not 3, so what I'd do is I'll actually delete that, and then it will change it to 3. Now it's up to you if you want to keep all 4, but me personally, I've got 3. Now when you hover over this, it actually changes red, which is really, really nice. Then you can see here, you've got another 55 by 40, which is what it's going to be size wise in terms of getting these little icons. And again, you do those in Canva. Now once you've done that, guys, you're going to click these little icons and you're going to see a heading and a description. So if you look at my heading, I've got instant application, and I actually haven't got a description. So on mine, I don't have any description. So you can see the description's left blank. It's up to you if you want to add a description. Me personally, I think it's a little bit too much of a bloatware, so I personally don't have it on. So guys, the next thing you've got is unbeatable price. Now you actually want to turn this one off because you don't need it, but whilst you're there, you also want to turn off lose yourself. So you can see here where it says lose yourself, you want to turn that off. And then you see where it says see why our customers love it, you also want to turn that off as well, because those ones we actually don't need. Now we've moved on to this section here, and if I show you what it looks like on my website, it's here where it says raise your expectations. So you can see it says raise your expectations, and I've put as the description on this part, refined viewing experience. And then you can see what you want to do is you want to click it, and then when you click it, you want to scroll down, and basically what you're changing is this part here, this bio a little bit here, and this image. So what you want to do is you want to get an image. Now the image that I've used is an image showing a laptop, an iPad, and a phone, showing that it can be on all devices. I've shown that I offer RAW and JPEG, and I'm showing people that you can do it on Windows, Apple, Photoshop, and Lightroom, showing that that's what they can do it on. Now again, I got this mock-up on Placeit. If I show you Placeit, you can see I got it here, and basically I just uploaded the photo on mock-up and then downloaded it, and then I actually uploaded this photo onto Canva, and I added the Photoshop logo, the Lightroom logo, and added added these to let people know that's what they're going to get. Then I'll put developed for Lightroom, desktop and mobile, and I wrote a little bit of a description based on what this is compatible with. Now, do get me wrong, guys, I did actually get this from my product description, which I'll be showing you later. So if you wanted to, you guys can miss this section out for now in terms of the description, because when you create a product description, you're just going to be adding this into this part here. So guys, the next thing that you've got is innovative qualities, which is here. And this is basically just going to be a photo of whatever device you're going to be using, and then some bullet points around it. You can see here they've given you the placement, holders 430 by 600, and again you go to Canva, click custom design, and then you add it in there. Now if we take a look at the website I've already created, I've actually just used the same markup of the phone looking front ways, the same as up here, it's the same one just down here, and then I've got here power efficient, instant change, easy edit waves, no Wi-Fi needed, graph friendly, cloud based, and this is just talking a little bit about some of the advantages of using the innovative qualities and features and why photographers love our products. You're just talking about why people love your product. So if you go back here, you've got these basically size frames. This one's 100 by 70, so you do 100 by 70, and you can see here on mine I've got a smiley face, I've got power efficient showing a chipset, I've got a Wi-Fi logo showing that you don't need Wi-Fi to use them once you've downloaded them. Then I've got a cloud base letting people know that you can use them on the cloud, because that's important to a lot of people. So you want to download the icons that best match your digital product asset. Then once you've done that, what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to click it, and then you've got select image. This is the image that you're selecting. Then here is the heading, which is this part here, and the small heading is this part here. And if we look at mine, you can see innovative qualities and features, why photographers love us. Then if you scroll down, then you've got the icons here. So these are the different icons that you've got. And again, you've got a subheading and a description. And again, subheading and then a description. Guys, once you've done that, the next thing that we need to do is the grid banner. So what you want to do is you want to see where it says upcoming products, hide that. You actually don't need that. But what you want to do is you want to do the grid banner. This is really, really important. So what the grid banner is, it's a great way for you to showcase your work. So you can see this is the work. This is great to show people the kind of effects that you've had on photography or whatever it is you're doing. And that's what you're basically doing now. So you want to head over to where it says grid. And again, this shows you the size of photos that you need. So you need to make sure that you go into Canva, resize the photo so it matches, or if you don't, if it doesn't match, then it will affect the way it will look and it can look unprofessional. Now, an example of that is I actually didn't resize these, and you can see it just doesn't fit well here. I've done it to save a bit of time. So that's why it's so important. You've got to resize these photos in Canva. Now you can see when you scroll over, it does show writing and it does show a buy now button. On mine, if I scroll over them, it doesn't, because I've deleted it. So how you do that is go to grid banner. And this is where you select your images. You just delete all the text and all the descriptions. You just go through all of this, delete all the text and all the buttons. And then once you've done that, all you need to do is upload the images that you've got showcasing the work. And then once you've done that, it will hide. Guys, once you've done that, you want to head over to where it shows the mail icon where it says welcome to, click it. And once you've done that, this is where you're then going to allow people to basically get into contact with you. And the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to where it says contact box here. And you basically want to delete the first one. So you want to hit remove, and once you've hit remove, it says live chat. You only need the live chat, you don't need the phone number. It's down to you personally if you want a phone number on there, but me personally, I do just have the contact us, and I leave the phone number on the contact us page. That way you'll just limit the contacts you get through numbers instead of the live chat, because that's a lot easier to maintain. Once you've done that, you want to click it. And then it says select image, and the image is the image that's going to go here. And if you look on mine, I've got a little chat icon image. And again, they've given you the 75 by 75 dimensions that you need to do in Canva. And you can just upload a phone icon and that will look really, really nice. Then once you've done that, you can see here, you just want to leave this the same where it says want to talk to us live chat. And then you want to basically get rid of this text here and just leave it blank, or you can put contact us 24-hour support or whatever you want to do. And then once you've done that, guys, you can go back and then go back again, and then we can move on to the footer. So then if we go down to the footer, you've got an image on the footer. So if we look at the website that I've done, I've used the same image that I used on mobile as the footer. Now what you do need to do though with the footer is when you use an image for the footer, you do need to go into Canva, upload the image and dim it out, because you can't dim it on the editor. And here you do have to do it on Canva. So upload the image that you're going to use for the footer in Canva, add an overlay, dim the image out so that when you upload it, people are going to be able to read the text over it. So So if we go over to the actual footer itself, you can see I've got the image that I've added and it's dimmed out. Then I put subscribe now, get our updates fast. Your personal data will always be safe, and I've left it pretty much as plain as that, guys. You don't need to do any more than that. Guys, now we've got the homepage created, we now need to add a product, the digital product, to our website. So you want to head over back to the Shopify dashboard, go to products, click add a product, and then what you want to do is you want to scroll down and you want to go to where it says shipping, and you want to change this to this is a digital product by unticking it. So then once you've done that, it lets Shopify know that you're selling a digital product. Now the next thing that you want to do is you want to go to where it says product status and you want to click active. Then the next thing that you want to do is you want to type in a name for your product. Now a name for the product that I've added is, you can see here I've already added a product here as an example. I've called it 10 because I've got 10 presets, 10 2021 premium Lightroom presets pack for Mac, PC and mobile. And if you're doing video LUTs, you could do 5 video LUTs or video LUTs for travel people. But you want to make the title something very clear and let people know exactly what it is that you're selling. And you want to let people know it's on both devices. You want to make these really specific quotations to let people know exactly what you're offering. So guys, once you've done that, you need to now do a description. Now in the description, I've put here 10 premium Lightroom presets designed and created by professional Lightroom editors. This 2021 collection is a direct result of Lightroom professionals exploring the world, from food, skylines, testing colors, shades, to bring every Instagram lover's perfect photo come to light using the 10 premium Lightroom presets. Then I put 10 Lightroom presets. I put number 1 is the wedding one. Then what I've done is I went into Canva and I created an after and before. And this is something that I think works really, really well with conversion rates, is where you add in between the different digital asset that you're selling a photo example of what it does. For example, travel, I've added another before and after of what it looks like when you use the travel preset. HDR, I'll do the same. Cinematic, I'll do the same. Gold dust, I'll do the same. And you do the same for each one, but I've only done 2 to save a little bit of time. So then what I've done is I've put at the bottom, this collection is compatible, and then I let people know what it is compatible with. And then once you've done that, guys, it's pretty much just a save job. So with digital products, in terms of description, it's not that much that you need to do. Something that you do need to do that takes a little bit of time is the media section, and you want to be adding media here. So you can see here where it says add media, you want to add media. Now me personally, I only like to add 1 photo. Now you want to go into Canva, and when you go into Canva, you want to go to Instagram post. So you go to Canva, go to home, and then you want to go to where it says Instagram post, and you want to pick this and then make it blank and then do a before and after, like I've done, uploading 2 of the same images, adding a before and after version. And the Instagram post I mentioned is what works best with Shopify. Now once you've done that, guys, it's very important that it's up to you what you do. Do you want to add more than 1? But me personally, I like to add them in the description. Not just that, but I feel like adding them in the description is more, it just looks a lot better. And again, when you look at the product page, you can make the decision if you want to add more or not. Now, pricing, I put mine at $24.99, and then I put a comparison price at $49.99. Then it says charge tax on this product. It's completely down to you. I can't give you any tax advice. Then it says here, track quantity. Now, you do not want to track quantity because you don't have any quantity. It's just a digital asset. So you don't need that turned on. Then once you've done that, you want to click save. So guys, once you've done that, you want to head over back to the Shopify editor, and you want to go to where it says homepage, and then you want to go to where it says product pages. Now, once you're in the product pages, it should take you to the product page that you've just created. So what you want to do is you want to go over to where it says here collection, and you want to make sure that this is turned off, because I've only got 1 product in mind. I've turned the collection off. If you've got a collection, you can turn it on, but me personally, I have it turned off. Product sidebar deals, I have that one turned off as well because I don't have any sidebar deals, but if you do, you can add them. Sidebar best sellers, I don't have them turned off. Don't have them on. Custom text icons, I do have them turned off as well. I like to keep the product page nice and clean. Sidebar promo images, I don't have any of those. Then you want to go to where it says product page. I have display thumb, I have these lot turned off. Enable wish list is on, enable buy now on, enable short description, which is this here, that's on. Enable product sharing on, enable product description turned on. Then you've got something called reviews. I've actually turned that one off. You can turn it on when you do get reviews. Then it says here, enable shipping details. You actually want this one turned on, and you want this one instead as installation details, because you're not shipping the product. It's all about installation. How can they install it? This is very important. Once you've done this, then you need to create a page that you can basically create and link to this. So how you do that is you need to go back to the Shopify dashboard, and then once you're in the Shopify dashboard, what you need to do is you need to go over to where it says online store. And then you need to click page. Once you're in here, you want to click add a page, and then you want to call this page installation guide or how to install. It's up to you. But then once you've done that, you want to come into the description and you want to put, this is how you install your Lightroom presets to Lightroom on mobile and on desktop. Once you've done that, guys, what you're going to do is you're just going to upload a video on how to do that. Now, you don't need to upload your own video. You can use somebody else's video because it will link to YouTube. Now, if you're doing video looks, you do video looks. If you're doing presets, do presets. If it's app icons, do app icons. But what you got to do is go to YouTube, type in how to upload Lightroom presets or whatever it is you're doing. This is the video that I found. So I click on the video that I found. And then what you do is you click share. Where it says embed, which is here, you get it. And then where it says start at, this is important. You click the start at, and then you go on the video and work out where the start button is, in terms of, you don't want people to go to the video and watch the whole video, because the whole video, he's not talking about how to install them. It's going to be on this video from minute 2, minute 3 to 6 minute how to install. So you put start at 2 minute 3. That way, when people click the video, they're going to watch it from where it shows them how to do it. Once you've done that, you click the copy button. Once you've clicked the copy button, you go back to your Shopify product page description here, and you basically click the video icon and you click the embed button and paste it there, and then it will show the video. Once you've done that, you're going to click save. And then once you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to head over to that product page, and you're going to go to where it says here select shipping info. You're going to click it and you're going to select that page we just created. Then once you've done that, it should show here installation details. When people click it, it will show them how to install it. Then that way, you're going to make sure that when people buy from you, you don't need to do too much customer service, because it already shows them how to install the digital asset. Then we scroll down small head, and I've got all this turned off. Play recently viewed products, you can have that turned on, so when you scroll to the bottom, it will show them what they've recently viewed. And then that's that done out of the way. Then you're going to go back. Then you're going to go to where it says theme settings. Then the logo, you're going to use your logo, so you upload your logo there. Favicon, you're going to upload favicon is basically a symbol that is related to your icon. So if your logo or icon has got a image in it, then you add Reloader. I don't have that one actually turned on. That actually have that one turned off. Text is based on what you want it to look like. Colors, you change it to those accents that you've got. Breadcrumb, I have that one turned off. Imagery, that's basically what image you want as the carts. The cart's here, so I've got it as a shopping bag. Then you've got header. Me personally, I have it on header 2. And then here you've got footer. You leave it on footer 10. That's what I've got mine on. Quick shop options, I don't have those enabled. General options, you can see here the ones that I've got. You can see here on sidebars, you can see I don't have any of the sidebars turned on. Then if you look at list collection page, I don't have those on either. And again, this just depends on if you have got collections or not. Product page, I have it on layout 1 and have everything enabled. And then if we go down to cart page, you can see here I do have enable order notes on there, because I do think it is important that you do have them. It's up to you again. Search page, I actually don't have search on because I feel like you don't need it. And then contact, you can see here, this is how it's going to look on the contact page. You can turn that off because you will have your own contact page on the website. Newsletter, I have that one turned off. You don't want your newsletter on because it will interrupt the experience. Product countdown, I don't have on. Then if we go to where it's a social media, yes, you want to make an Instagram account, a Facebook account, and add them. You definitely want to do that. Suggested products, don't have that on because I don't have any. Money options, yes, you do want to have these on. Password page, you want to have that one turned off because you're going to have a live website. Checkout, you do want to add your logo at the checkout and add your brand colors. Once you've done that, guys, you can click the save button and your product page should look very much like mine, but a lot more filled in because I've only left mine half done. Got the installation process, product description, everything there's done. Now you're probably thinking, how do I get it so when people order, they get the digital asset? I will be showing you how to do that in the next few minutes. Don't worry. So guys, the next section is to add the pages that you're going to need on your your website, which is a terms of service, refund policy, FAQ, contact us, and the installation that we've just done together. Now, how you do this? By clicking add page. Now, I've done you guys a big favor by giving you guys the template that you need. So you're going to see when you come here, I've given you the template. So you can see here FAQ, I've already given you the FAQ, refund policy, because this is a digital product, there's different refund policies, terms and conditions, again, because it's a digital product, there's different terms and conditions. They're not the ones that you normally do in Shopify dropshipping or whatever e-commerce that you're normally used to. So I've given you those. All you need to do is add the page, add in the template that I've given you, adjust it slightly where the names need changing. And then once you've done that, you're good to go. And then once you've done those pages, you need to head over to where it says navigation, and you need to do your footer menu, and you want to make sure that these are on your footer menu. So how you do that is by clicking add menu, and then you click link, and then you link the ones that I've got shown here. Once you've done that, guys, you're going to head over to where it says main menu, and this time you're going to have on the main menu 2021 Lightroom presets, and you're going to add that as a link. So you go to link, you go to products, and you're going to add the product here. So you go products, you add your product, and then you're going to name it 2021 Lightroom presets, and then I've got the contact us and how to use. So that's what I've got in the main menu bar. Now let's talk a little bit about the app that you're going to need to use so you can get those people when they order to download the digital asset straight away. So the app that you're going to require is called Uplinky Digital Downloads. There will be a link in the description and in the Google Doc sheet. So once you've downloaded that app, you want to click on it, and once you've got it, it will get you through a quick installation process. You just want to follow it along, but you do want to make a few minor changes. So the first minor change that you want to do is you want to head over to where it says products. And what you want to do is you want to add your first product, and then you want to click existing Shopify product, and you want to link it to that existing Shopify product, which is that one right there. Once you've done that, you're going to want to add a link. So once you've done that, so I'm going to do it again, just out of showing you how to do it. So if we click edit on this one, I can show you how you do it. And then once you've uploaded it, it will say file. You want to upload the file. So when you click upload new file, you're going to go down to those files that he sent me. So you can see here that the gentleman sent me those files. You can see here, these are the two files that the guy from Fiverr sent me. So what I would do is I would upload the zip file. So you want to upload the zip file. You can see here, this is the zip file. You want to upload the zip file. So you upload the zip file here, and then you want to hit maximum downloads. You want it as 3, and then where it says use store delivery mode, you want to use store delivery mode. And then once you've done that, you want to hit save. Now, for those guys that are asking which plan you should get, you want to get the second plan on this, the second most expensive plan. Once you've done that, you want to head over to where it says settings, and you want to go to where it says delivery mode on payment, and then you want to hit maximum downloads 3, and then what you do is you want to hit show loader while processing order recommended. Normally it's on this one, you do want it on that one right there. Once you've done that, guys, you can change the style and the PDF protection if you want. Me personally, I've added my logo and whatnot. Once you've done that, guys, that is everything done. You can test to see if it works, but as long as you followed what I've done there, it will work for you as long as it shows there. Guys, once you've done that, again, you do want to do a test order to make sure that the digital download is working. I've done my test order and it is working as it should be. Now, once you've done that, guys, that's pretty much the website all done. What you do want to do is set up your payment gateways and stuff like that by going to settings and going to payment gateways and getting those set up. You may be thinking that there may be more apps that you could do with, like SMS bump, email marketing, and yes, they are great apps to have as well, even with digital products. Now, if you want to do text message marketing, email marketing, go watch my 2021 free Shopify dropshipping course, because I go over those apps in there. You just want to follow that video, but this time instead of doing a physical product, you're doing a digital product, but the same concept applies, guys. But that's pretty much what you want to do. So guys, we're now on to the part of the course where we talk about marketing materials. Now we're going to be doing picture ads and carousel ads for our Facebook ads, and we're going to be using Canva Pro to make those. Now we're going to be doing ad copies, and we're going to be looking at ad library, Facebook ad library for ideas, and we're going to be doing the same for our ad headline. So guys, this is the Facebook ad library, and this enables you to see other brands' ads. Now what you want to do is you want to head over to the ad library and search in, for example, Lightroom presets, video LUTs, and it will come up with loads of different competitors. Now I found this competitor that's doing really well with their ads. Now you can see the kind of style of ads they're doing. They are currently doing, if we go see ad details, they are currently doing carousel ads, and they're showing off their different collection of Lightroom presets, and they look really nice. Now obviously this is in a different language. You can use Google Translate to find out what this says, to take some reference of how they've structured theirs. Now I want to make this very clear, this is not here to be copied, in terms of you don't just copy and paste the ad copy, and you don't just rework other people's works. You use it as a template to see what works well and what doesn't work well. But that's what you want to do to get yourself some really good ideas. So if we have a look at the ad copies and ad headlines that I've made, you can see here I've put as an ad headline, I put Lightroom preset pack. Now you want to keep your ad headlines between 3 and 5 words. So this is only got 3 words with an emoji. Now an emoji is great, especially for the industry that I'm in, which is the photography presets. So that's what you want to do. I might want to do something like Instagram presets 2021. Now the ad copy says, take your photos to the next level with the 2021 presets created by pros, aesthetically pleasing. Lightroom presets take your photos to the next level. And again, that's an example of an ad copy, and this is really, really powerful and really, really short and sweet. So what I want to do is I want to go to Canva, and I want to go to where it says Facebook post. So you can see here where it says Instagram post, you want to select Facebook post here, and then once you click select Facebook post, you want to delete everything on the screen. So you just want to hit delete, 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 and you want to delete and make sure it's a blank canvas. Now if you have a look, I've actually created I've already created one basically, guys, which matches the way that these lot are doing theirs, because this works really, really well. The only difference obviously is I'm using my own work. This is my own work. I have made it slightly different, but again, you need the blank canvas like I showed you what you need to do. You also need to have 8 different images. You need 9 images, 3, 6, 9. So you need 9 images. And again, what I've done is I've gone to travel and I've downloaded 9 different images off here that I feel like are really, really good. So I downloaded this image, I downloaded this image, and I downloaded 9 different images. And what I've done is I've added my Lightroom preset to those images, and then I've exported them. So then once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to then start off by adding your banner. What you want to do is you want to head over to where it says text, and then you want to drag this across, and I'm going to call this one travel. So I'm going to call this one travel. And then once I've called it travel, what I'm going to do is travel. I could do travel preset, so preset. So then once I've done that, I'm going to drag that up to the top, and I'm going to get the element, and I'm going to drag the element over here, and then I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to drag that across. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color to black. Now I'd probably keep it black or white, keep it something really easy, but really easy to see as well. Once I've done that, I'm going to change this to this first. I'm going to change this one to white, and then I'm going to change this to black, and then that's the banner done itself. So guys, the next thing that you want to do is you want to head over to where it says uploads, and you want to upload those 9 different photos that you got from Pixels and you added your LUT to, if you're doing LUT presets, sorry, your photo presets. Then what you want to do is once they've uploaded, you want to click it and it will add it to the Canva project. Then what you want to do is you want to start off at the top here, and I'm just going to use this as a reference. So I'm going to shorten that, and I'm going to shrink that a little bit. You do want to shrink them a little bit, and then you also want to make them slightly smaller. You don't want to cut off any important part of the image that you feel like is going to grab attention. Then you do want to stretch it. So you can see there, I've got my basically my template right there, and then what I'm going to do is add that one there. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another one. So I'm going to grab this image here, and I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to crop this bit because I feel like that doesn't always need to be in there. That doesn't need to be in there either. And then what I can do is I can overlay it again, and then I can shrink it down to that size, pull it across, shrink it again where I feel like it needs to be shrunk, and then I can add it underneath. So you can see there, I've added it underneath. And again, the same again for the next image. So this next image, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to put it over the top of this and use that as a reference. I can cut that out because that doesn't all need to be in there. That doesn't need to all be in there. I'm just going to focus on the main part of the image. Then I'm going to make it shrink, and then I'm going to resize it so it does fit that, and then I'm going to stretch it. And again, that's that bit done. So you can see there, I'm going to do that. I'm going to shrink that ever so slightly, and then I'm going to pull this one across slightly, and then you can see that's fitting. Again, you're just trying to capture the main part of the image. So that's that bit done again. You're just going to keep repeating the process till you've pretty much done it. So then it's travel preset, and you're showing travel photos with your preset applied or whatever you're doing. Now you want to do, because I've got 10 presets, I might want to do 10 of these for each preset. I've got HDR, I've got wedding preset, So for example, I'm going to show you another one that I've got. So if we go to all designs, so you can see here, the wedding one, it shows the wedding images. So you want to do one for each. You should have in total if you've got 10 presets. So guys, something else that really works well on Facebook ads is the before and after photo like this, just a normal single image of one image with the before and after. This you've already got created. You might just have to resize it to the Facebook post size dimensions, but having this before and after as an image ad works really, really well too. So you want to have basically the grid of all of them, and you also want to have a before and after, and you want to get a couple of these because you want to split test to see which one works the best, and that's the Facebook format. So if we click on this is the dimensions of how it should be on Facebook, and I would recommend that you have the text in the top left here, after and before, and you make the background a little bit shaded out and like that. So these work really, really well on Facebook as well from what I've seen and what I've done myself. So guys, we're now on to the part of the course where we talk about the best marketing method to potentially sell and promote your digital products. Now, from me doing loads of different digital products, I have found that Facebook ads is by far the most powerful, efficient way of selling these. I've tried Instagram influencers, I've tried affiliate marketing, I've tried a lot of different marketing methods, and the only one that has stayed consistent and successful was the Facebook ads. Now, Facebook ads for digital products is quite different. There's a couple of things that are different to normal e-commerce products, but I'm going to be taking you through the whole process right now so you guys can learn how to do it for yourself. Before I actually get on to showing you how to set up the ads and all that other great stuff, we need to go over the fundamentals because this is super important, guys. Do not skip this. So the first thing is, let's talk about how to avoid page score issues. So something that Facebook's come out with quite recently is page scores based on what they think of you as an advertiser, and they will rank you from 5 to 1 or 5 to 0, but 5 to 1 is more realistic. Now 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. Now if your page score goes under 3 or at 3, if you've got a new page within the first year, your page will get taken off. You can't advertise on that page. Now, if you have the page for longer than a year, then you can get down to around about 2 and you should be okay. But anything under that, you're in some deep sea there. You are going to get your page taken off you. So what does Facebook look at when they judge you on this page score? Now, once your customer receives their item, Facebook will give them a survey saying, what were these 3 things like? Number 1, product quality. They'll ask the customer that bought from your advert, what was the product quality like? The next one is shipping times. They'll ask your customer after they've bought something off you with a survey, what were your shipping times like? Then they'll ask, what was the customer service like? The emails, up-to-date tracking numbers, all that other stuff. They'll be asking that as well. So those are the 3 things that Facebook will ask that person on a survey. Now, the one that is the biggest problem with e-commerce at the moment is the product quality. That's the one that people are really getting hurt by. Now, the best way to avoid product quality issues is if you follow what I told you at the start of the free course when we went over product research, which is making sure you look at the reviews, get a sample product, because I even showed you guys how to ask the supplier for a sample product and see if it is a good product. You can also go to Amazon and check to see if on Amazon, if people are happy with the product, because again, people will sell the same product as you on Amazon, so check on there as well. Now, the next one is the shipping times. As long as you guys do the shipping time methods that I've shown you using good fast suppliers like Weo, USH, AliExpress suppliers, then you shouldn't have a problem. You want to make sure your shipping times are between those 7 to 14 days if you want to have a good chance with the page score. Now, again, what I was saying to you guys before, when you start to scale and you start to do 30 to 50 orders a week, you don't want to be using one product dropshipping suppliers. You want to be moving to agents, fulfillment centers, because then when you scale, more issues will occur. When you scale, it's not about getting the sale, that's the hard part. It's about maintaining your accounts, your logistics. So that's why I can't emphasize, once you do hit the 30 to 50 sales, please get an agent, because you will get yourself into a lot of problems if you don't. Now, the last one is the customer service. Now, this is about you being quite often frequent with your customers. If they've got any issues with their tracking numbers, you make sure that you update them. If they've got a problem with their package, you update them. So it's also a good idea to get a VA if you haven't got time, and I'll be showing you at the end of this course how to find VAs. That'll be at the end of the course, how to find VAs. You want to make sure that you've got, like I showed you before, your Tido live chat set up, automation set up. So I've shown you how to make sure your customer service is fine, but as long as you do everything that I've taught you, you should be fine. So guys, do bear that in mind. Now, if you do get a page score issue, then you can appeal it 3 times in a year. Now, again, when you appeal it, you want to make sure that when you're appealing these page score issues, you have a lot of proof. So if they're saying that the problem you've got is shipping times, they're saying, oh, your shipping times are too long, then you want to show proof that you're trying to make better shipping times. You want to show proof that you're talking to your suppliers about getting better shipping times. Now, if it's a product quality issue, you do the same thing. You show Facebook that you're trying to make the product better quality by talking to your manufacturers. You want to show Facebook all this proof. If you do that, then they will let you get on, and then you have 2 more strikes left in that year. But as long as you follow what I've told you, you guys should be completely fine. So let's talk about how to avoid getting your ad account banned. So this is another issue that a lot of people face with Facebook, is ad account bans. So the first thing is, what does Facebook care about? That's the most important part. Facebook cares about user experience. User experience for you as an advertiser, but more importantly, the user experience for those that are on their platform, going through the news feed and whatnot. So Facebook's primary way of monitoring you is by using bots to crawl your website. So Facebook will actually crawl your website using bots. So when you launch a new advertisement on Facebook, you might get like 50 visitors within the first few seconds. That's because bots are looking at your website to make sure that you follow every rule that they ask for. So these are the things that you need to have on your website. But before we get into that, let's talk about the second way that Facebook looks at you. Facebook will get a human to review your stuff now and again. So it's like probably like once every month or every couple, probably like 2 or 3 times a month, a human will review you manually, just to make sure that everything is being done correctly by the bot. Now, your website needs to contain all these things, and I've already told you guys to do this. Number 1, user.com domain. Have custom content. Do not copy anybody else's content. Have an about us page. Have a phone number, location, city, and town. The mandatory pages like terms of service, shipping policy. Now, I do recommend a blog. I haven't shown you how to do it today because it is very long-winded. It's not a must-have, but I would recommend it if you really want to make sure that you're super tight and you don't get into any issues. Then you want to make sure that you have this disclaimer in your product descriptions. You just need to copy and paste that at the bottom of your product description, and that will tell the people that come to your website that you have nothing to do with Facebook. Now let's talk about the Facebook business page rules. You want to make sure you got a profile picture on your Facebook business page, and again, I've shown you how to do this. Have a cover photo, have a shop now button, have content. You want to have at least 3 to 5 posts. You want to make sure that you're posting every 2 weeks or a month, because Facebook looks for a page, then they might think that it is a scamming page. So you got to be careful. You want to make sure you get at least 10 likes. You want to fill out all the information on the page, like the about section, and you want to get your page verified. Now this one, unfortunately, you can't really do anymore. It's more about getting your business manager verified. So I'll be showing you how to do that in a minute. So ignore this one, guys, but it's all about getting your business manager verified. So then let's have a look at the Facebook ad manager setup. So you want to make sure that you have a registered company, which I've told you guys to do. You want to use a business credit card or a debit card. So you want to make sure that you have a debit card or business credit card in the business, not your personal credit card. You want to make sure that you're using 1080p videos or high quality pictures from your ads. And you want to be careful with emojis. You don't want to be using no clickbait, no false advertising, no nudity, no asking questions. Don't argue with negative comments. Delete or block the words. So you don't want to argue with them. You just want to delete or block the words. So guys, as long as you follow all that, you should be fine on Facebook. There should be no issues. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into Business Manager and Shopify and show you how to set everything up so you don't have any problems. Then we're going to progress on to actually setting up the ads. So guys, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to do the Facebook ad policy course. Now the link for this is in the actual Google Docs sheet, and this is through Facebook. This is Facebook's course. It's completely free, and what it is you do their policy course, and as soon as you've done their Facebook ad policy course, you'll receive like a digital certificate, and you want to keep that safe, because if you ever have any ad account issues and they ban your ad account for a reason, you can appeal it, and when you appeal that ban, you want to say, look, I've done the ad policy course, upload your certificate as a file, and then say, look, we apologize if we did break any policies. As you can see, we have took the course, so we do know what we're doing when it comes to looking at the policies. So as long as you do that, you have a very high chance of getting your ad account back if it does get banned. So make sure you guys do this before you progress. So guys, that moves us on to the next part of setting up the Facebook ad accounts and stuff. Now, a lot has changed since the last course in terms of the setup. So how you do it is you go to your Shopify, and then what you want to do is you want to go to online store, and then you want to go to preferences, and then what you want to do is you want to scroll down, and you'll see here it says Facebook pixel setup. So you want to hit setup Facebook, and then it should take you to a screen that looks like this. So basically what they've done is Shopify and Facebook have now got an integration, which makes it a lot easier and a lot better. Once you've done that, you want to hit add sales channel. So once you've done that, it'll say Facebook accounts. You want to connect your Facebook account. So what you need to do is just click connect account. So once you've done that successfully, you should see next to the Facebook account a green check to say you've done it. Now the next thing is the business manager. So what I'd recommend you guys do, if you've not done it already, is to go to facebookbusinessmanager.com and set up a business manager. It's very simple and very easy to do. As soon as you've set up a business manager, all you need to do is you need to go into your business manager here. What you want to do is you want to go to the settings. So you come here to where it says business settings, and it should take you to this screen here. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to where it says people, And again, before we get into this, you want to make sure you call your business manager and all that stuff the name of your business. So you want to go to people and you want to make sure that you've added yourself. And I'd recommend that you add another 2 people, whether it be your partner, your son, your daughter. Always add an extra 2 people to the actual business manager. I really do recommend that you guys do that. The next thing you want to do is pages. So we come to pages and you want to hit add, and then you want to hit add a page, and then you just search for your page. So I'm going to type in fashion, and then you can see it comes up, and then I click add page, and that page should be added really easy and really seamlessly. So you can see that's been done. So once you've done that, guys, you can move to ad accounts. So I'd recommend that you make as many ad accounts as you can, depending on your business manager, depends on how many you can get. Depending if you can get it verified, depends on how many you can get. So I'd recommend that you make an ad account. All you got to do is click the add, create a new ad account, and then what you need to do is you need to call it an ad account name. So I'm going to call this one fashion sneaker. So you can see here I've called it fashion sneaker, and then I'm going to click next, and then I'm going to do my business, and then click create. So once you've done that, you should come to a screen like this, and what you want to do is you want to select the person's name, and you want to do this for everybody that's been added to your ad account. You want to hit that, and you want to hit that, and then hit assign. So guys, once you've done that, I would recommend that you try making another, let's say 3 ad accounts or another ad account, and make it as a backup ad account. So you could call it your business name backup, because if your ad account gets banned, then at least you've got another ad account in the actual business manager you can use. So try and make another one. If you can't, it's because you haven't verified your business manager, which I'll be showing you how to do in a minute. But if you can't, come back to it later. Then what you've got is Instagram accounts, and you want to make sure that you add your Instagram account. Just click add, sign into your Instagram, it'll be connected. This is important. You want to make sure that you add 3 different payment ways. And again, you want to make sure that they all are the business payments. So your business debit card, your business credit card, and another business debit card. Now, the reason why you want to add 3 different payment methods is because if one payment method gets denied, at least the second one will get taken. That way it won't cause any issues. So that's why it's so important to do so. Now, the next important thing is to go to business info right here. You can see where it says business info. Click that, and you need to make sure that you fill all this in. Do not leave anything. Do not leave anything missing. You need to fill this all in your business name. So you can see where it says legal name of business. Put that as your legal name. Address has to be matching the address for the business. Then you can see here it says business verification. You can verify this as long as you filled it in. And then once you click, then you can hit the view details and verify it. To verify your business manager, you do need to have a business set up, or you can't do it. And it has to match the name of your Facebook page. So if my Facebook page is fashion, my business name needs to be fashion sneaker. If it isn't, it won't work. It has to match. And then you can see here it actually tells you how many ad accounts that you're allowed. So it says ad account creation limit. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure that 2 factors on. You want to make sure this has all been done correctly. So important that you make sure this has all been done. As soon as you've got all that done and verified and whatnot, you're all good to go. So once you come back to this page, you should now see your business manager. If you want to refresh the page, refresh the page. You want to hit connect. As soon as you've done that, it should be done. Then it says Facebook page. So now you can see my Facebook page is here. Click connect. Then it's going to say add account. So then you want to pick the ad account, which is this one here. Click connect. And then you'll see here, it says you've got to view and do the contract. So it says here, you've got to do the view terms of service. You click view, accept terms of service. You scroll all the way down to the bottom, top, and you click accept. As soon as you've done that, you're all good to go. So as soon as you've done that, guys, you can get out of this, and then that should be done. Click done. And then it says here, to create ads, you need a validated payment. So this is where now I'd recommend, if you haven't already done the 3 payments that I've recommended you do, now you click update payment details. So guys, this is how you do the payment method if you haven't already done it. So you click the business tools here, you go to ads manager, and then once this loads up, what you want to do is you want to go to the drop down menu where it says the ad account. You want to make sure the ad account is the one that you've created. So you can see here it says fashion sneaker. Then what you want to do is you want to come here where it says business tools, and you want to go to where it says billing. Once you come here to billing, you want to go to where it says payment settings in the top right. And then once you come here, this is where you want to change it. So you can see here it says add payment methods. You click add payment method. So once you've done this, guys, it should say business manager payment method. So you know those 3 different cards you added on the business manager. If you click this one, it will show you those different payments. And then once you've done that, you click make primary. Once you've done that, guys, it should say your payment method has been added successfully. So then what we've got here is you've got set your ad account spending limit. This is something that I'd recommend that you actually do. So this spending limit is basically how much you want to spend maximum on Facebook. So I personally set this to 5,000 to start with, and I click set limit. So that basically means you cannot spend more than 5,000 unless you change it. So if you try and spend 5,100, it won't work. So you can only spend up to 5,000 on Facebook, and then that way you have to change it here for you to spend more money. So once you've done that, guys, it should show that it's all been done, and then it should say Facebook target country. And then what I'd recommend that you actually do is United States. So when you do this, guys, pick the United States. And then once you've done that, guys, you can go to where it says terms of conditions, click accept. and then here it's just finish setup. Click finish setup. So guys, once you've done that, you should be greeted to this screen right here, and the first thing you want to do is you want to head over to the settings. And what you want to do is you want to go here to where it says marketing settings, and you just want to make sure that that's all been done correctly. Then you want to go to commerce settings, and you want to see if the Facebook commerce account has been done. So let that load, and you should see if it's been done. You should see here it says commerce account, and it will take a little bit of time to load, but then you'll see if it's definitely been done. Then you want to go to where it says data sharing settings, and you want to make sure that this is on maximum. And as soon as it's on maximum, you can click confirm. And as you guys can see here, once you've done this, guys, it'll actually create a pixel for you. Back in the day, you had to create a pixel manually, but now that's all been done. So when you do it like I've shown you, a pixel should already be created for you on that ad account. So now once you've done that, you can go back to overview. And what I'd recommend that you do is I recommend that you set up Facebook shop and Instagram shopping. So once you've done that, all you need to hit is start set. So once you've done that, guys, it will say Facebook commerce account, and it says here, create a new commerce account. So guys, once you've done that, it should say here, Facebook marketing active. And then obviously you want to do the same thing, but for Instagram, and then it should say here product status, 0 products, not product approved. And you just want to click that, and it should take you back to your Shopify. You want to make sure that where it says available on Facebook, you want to make sure that that is checked. And as soon as you've done that, you're all good to go. So guys, now we've got all the fundamentals out the way, we can start coming into the ads manager and start creating some campaigns. So like I said, you want to be in the ads manager now, guys, which should look like this. And the first thing we want to do is we want to set up our columns. Now the columns will tell us certain metrics about our ad sets and campaigns. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to where it says customize columns. And then once you're here, I'm going to be showing you exactly which ones you want. So you want to go to result rate, you want to have frequency, you want to have CPC, you want to have CTR, and then you want to keep scrolling down. You want CPM. And again, I'm going to be explaining what all these are in a minute, guys. We're just going to go through these one by one first. You're going to want video views at 50, 75, 95, and 100. And you want to keep scrolling down, and you're going to want to make sure you've got link clicks. And then you want to keep scrolling down. You want CTR, and then you want to keep scrolling down, and you want CPC. Scroll down, scroll down. You want add to carts total. You want checkouts initiated total. You also want, where are we? ROAS. You also want purchase ROAS, return on ad spend on, and you want purchases on in total. Then you want to scroll down to the bottom, and you want to have keep scrolling down, date created and date last edited, and then you're pretty good to go. So you want to drag date created at the top and date last edited at the top, and this will all make sense in a minute. Once you've done that, hit save as a preset, and then you can just call it DS for dropshipping. So date created means when did you create that campaign or ad set. Date last edited would mean, let's say you created it, let's say 3 days ago, but you edited yesterday. It'll tell you when you last edited it. Then delivery means the active, inactive, or whatnot. Bid strategy means what strategy you're using to make the bids. That one you will never really use. Budget is how much you're spending. Result means how many purchases have you got. Reach means how many people you've reached. Again, that one's not really important. Impressions, not really important. Cost per result means how much is it costing you to get that result. So is it costing you $4 to get a purchase? Amount spent is how much you spent in total. This means when you're ending that campaign. If you're scheduling things, that'll tell you when it's due to end. Result rate tells you how often you're getting results. Frequency is based on 1 to 5. If it's 5, it means your ads keep getting shown to the same people, which isn't good. 1 means they're getting sent to more different people, newer people. CPC stands for cost per click, how much it's costing you to get a click. CTR stands for click-through rate, how many people are clicking through to your website. CPM stands for how many thousand impressions you're getting. Video plays at 50% means how many people are watching your video at 50% through the video. 75% means 75%, and so forth, 95 or 100. Link clicks, how many people have clicked on your link. CTR, CPC, again, add to cart, how many people have added to the cart but not bought. Then you've got website add to carts as well. And then you've got initiate checkouts over here. How many people have got right to the checkout but not bought. Then you've got purchase ROAS, which is very important. Now your ROAS is return on ad spend, and I'm going to be showing you in a minute how you can calculate that. I'll be showing you that a little bit later because you don't need to worry about it for now. Then you've got your purchases. So that's all the columns out the way. So guys, let's talk about the requirements needed for the digital product Facebook ad strategy. Now do bear in mind, this PowerPoint presentation will be in the free Google Doc sheet for you guys to download and follow through. So the phase 1 requirements is you need between $1,000 and $2,000. You're gonna be spending around about $50 a day, roughly around about $50 to $30 a day. You're gonna need 5 photos, 5 headlines, and 1 ad copy. So guys, the testing phase number 1 is going to be, this is going to be the campaign setup. It's going to be an ABO campaign. It's going to be conversions. You're going to have 5 ad sets. You're going to have $5 per each ad set per day. You're going to have purchase. You're going to have the e-packet countries. You're going to have the ages between 21 and 65. You're going to have English all as the languages. You're going to be doing detailed targeting. You're going to be targeting things like pages, magazine, events, influencers. You want your potential reach between 1 and 500 million, and you want to exclude Etsy. Now you want your placement feeds to be Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds only, and you're gonna have a 7-day click or view. Now the testing phase number 1 is all about testing different interests, different audiences, find out which ad works the better, photo or carousel. Then we're gonna have the actual setup itself, which is going to be the ad setup, which is going to be selecting both your Facebook page and your Instagram page. You're going to create 2 ads per ad set, so each ad set will have 2 ads, and ad number 1 is going to be a photo with headline number 1 and ad copy, the normal ad copy that you got. Then ad number 2 is going to be a carousel with ad copy 1, and you're going to have headline 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 included in there, and you're going to have the call to action as download now. Now, if that didn't make sense, don't worry guys, I'm going to be showing you right now in the Facebook Ads Manager how you're going to set this up. So what you guys want to do is you want to head over to here where it says create, and then what you want to do is you want to do conversions. You want to click continue, and then once you've done that, you're going to change the campaign name to whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm going to call mine the Lightroom presets. Once you've done that, you're going to scroll down and you're going to make sure that campaign budget optimization isn't turned on because you don't need it. Then you're going to go to where it says new ad set, and then you're going to call the ad set whatever you put in the interest targeting section. So then we're going to scroll down and you're going to click website. You're going to hit where it says choose event, and you're going to have this one as purchase. Even though it shows that you've got no event type showing up in terms of purchases, you do not need to worry. Now for those that are worried about the iOS requirements and stuff like that, that will all be included in the cheat sheet. So all the changes that have been changed in iOS 14, that will all be in the cheat sheet guys. So if I've actually made a specific separate video in the cheat sheet that covers the iOS 14. So for those that are worried and asking, again, please watch the video in the free Google Doc sheet all about iOS 14. Then you want to scroll down to where it says daily budget, and you want to change the daily budget to $5. And then you want to scroll down and you want to go over to where it says here locations. You want to click edit, and what you want to do is you want to head over to the e-packet countries, and these will be in the Google Doc sheets. You want to hit e-packet countries, or you can Google it and go to the Shopify website, and you want to scroll down to the bottom and you will see all these countries here. So all you got to do is scroll down, grab all of those countries, copy them, go back to the ads manager, click browse, and then you want to scroll all the way down. You want to hit add locations in bulk, and then you want to hit select countries, paste them in, click match locations, and then what you want to do guys is you want to get rid of the ones that I'm showing you to get rid of on the screen. So make sure that you look at the screen and see the ones that I'm currently getting rid of. Then you want to get rid of this one, you want to get rid of this one, then you want to keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. You want to get rid of Mexico because it is a high fraudulent charge country. You want to keep going down, keep going down. You want to get rid of Great Britain because it's classed as United Kingdom. You want to get rid of this one here. And then as soon as you've done that guys, you can click save list, and you can click add 44 locations, and you can call this list ePacket EP, or you can call it ePacket as a full name as well. I've already got this list saved, so it won't let me save it. And then once you've done that guys, where it says age, you want to click edit. You want to be doing 21 to 65. You do want it on 65 plus. And then where it says genders, you want it all, and then detail targeting. Now because I'm doing Lightroom presets now, you do want to make sure this detail expansion is turned off. You only want to turn on detailed expansion if your potential reach is under 1 million. Now I might want to do Lightroom, so I'm going to type in light. So you guys can see Adobe Photoshop Lightroom's coming up, and it's got a size of 46 million. Then you got Adobe Lightroom presets. Now that's going to be more precise for what I'm doing. So if it was myself, I would go with Adobe Photoshop Lightroom. And the reason why I'm going to want to go with more of a broader audience is because if you give Facebook more of a broader audience, then they're going to be able to use their machine learning to find the right people. Then you want to go to where it says all language, and you want to click edit. and you want to put English all in here. Then you want to go back to where it says exclude, and you want to put Etsy in here because you do get a lot of Etsy sellers that do sell presets. You want to hit that, and then it will exclude those Etsy sellers. And you can see the reach has gone down very much so. So then you want to scroll down and you want to go to where it says manual placements, and you want to turn off audience network, messenger, Instagram, and then you want to go to where it says in stream, turn that off, search, turn it off, in article, turn it off. Then where it says stories, you want to turn that one off. And the only thing that you want left is the Instagram stories and the Facebook stories. So you can see here, Instagram feed and Facebook news feed. Sorry, they're the only two that you want on, Facebook news feed and Instagram feed. As soon as that's done, scroll down and you can go back to the top and call it whatever you've basically put in the interest box, which is Adobe. So that's the interest name. I might want to do 21 to 65. I'm going to do EP for e-packet countries, and then I'm going to call it broad because I've done broad targeting. So that's how your ad set should be arranged. So once you've done that, guys, you want to head over to where it says new ad, and then what you want to do is you want to call this one single image, a single. So you do want to select a Facebook page, and you do want to select your Instagram page as well. It is very important that you do both. Now once you've done that, you want to scroll down and you want to go to where it says add media, and then you want to go to where it says add image. And then what you want to do is you want to go to where it says upload, and then what you're going to do is you're going to upload that image of the before and after. Now you can see that mine is currently being uploaded. Once you've done that, you want to hit next, and then you want to hit done. And then once that's done, it should show it here. Then you want to go to where it says primary text, and then you want to go straight back to your ad copies and you want to paste them over. So guys, you can see I'm in the free Google Docs sheet, and I'm going to copy this over. I'm going to go back into the ads manager and paste that there. And then where it says headline, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Go to my Lightroom headline that I've created and paste that one over. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to where it says description, and you can put download instantly. So I like to put download instantly in here. So you guys can see I've put download instant. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you put your website URL into this box. Now, the website URL should take them to the product page, not the home page. Then you want to go to the call to action, and you want to put the call to action to download. It's very important that you put the call to action to download. Now once you've done that, you want to go back to the top left here. You want to duplicate the ad another time. So you're going to hit duplicate, and you're going to hit number of copies as 1. And then once you've done that, what you're going to do then is you're going to change the name of this ad name to carousel. So you want to call this one carousel. Once you've called it carousel, what you want to do is you want to scroll back down, and you want to change it to a carousel by clicking carousel, and then it will reform it into a carousel for you. Now what you do want in here, guys, is remember when I said to you guys you want to do 5 to 10 of those carousel images. Now you actually want to have 5 carousels. You can see here I've got 3, so I'd hit add media again, and that will give me another 2 carousels. So I'm going to click the add carousel here. So I'm going to click on the one I've got, and I'm going to add the headline in again. Now you should have 5 different headlines. So this one's going to be Lightroom preset pack. The description is going to be the same again. It's going to be download instant. Site URL is going to be the exact same as well. So the website URL is going to be the same as what it is. Then you want to scroll down, and where it says here add a card at the end, you want to turn that one off. You do want this one turned on, and then primary text, you are going to leave it as it is. The call to action should be a download. Once you do that, come back to the top again, and then what you want to do is you want to go to where it says select an image, upload image, and you're going to upload the grid photo, the first grid photo. So you can see here I'm going to be adding this grid photo as my first one. Then I'm going to click continue. So then I've added the first one, and you can see here this is the one showing off the wedding presets. Now what I might actually want to do is I might actually want to change this headline to match the name of the preset. So I might want to change this one to wedding preset. So I might change this one to wedding preset pack. So you can see here I put wedding preset pack, and I might actually want to use a wedding emoji. So I might type in a wedding emoji in here. So I'm going to type in wedding, and I'm going to use the wedding emoji to showcase that is the carousel that I'm currently doing. Now once you've done that, you want to go down to the next carousel, and you want to do the exact same again. So I'm going to put in here download instant. Now as the headline, I'm going to put travel instead, because this one's going to be for the travel preset pack. So this one's going to be called travel preset pack, and I'm going to change this one to the globe, which will obviously indicate it's about traveling. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click select image, and I'm going to upload the one this time of the travel preset. Then I'm going to put the link where it says website URL, I'm going to put it back down to the product page again. And you don't need to change the primary text, that's going to stay the same. Now you're going to do that again. So you can see there's a third one, but in total you should have 5, and you should do that to all 5 different preset packs or whatever you're selling digital wise in there. Now, because I've only done 2 to save a little bit of time, that's what I should have. I should take a look at what this looks like in the expand format. You can see that this is looking really, really nice. If I change this to desktop, you can see that this is what the customer is going to see when they look at my actual Facebook ad. And you can see here it says take your photos to the next level. Wedding, it says wedding preset pack download. They click the carousel button, it shows the travel version. So you can see that's looking really, really professional and really, really nice. And again, like I said, guys, you should have 5 in total. I could have a HDR, I could have another one called Instagram blogger or something like that, but you want to have 5. Once you've done that, guys, you want to head over to the ad set level here, which is the one with the 4 boxes. Click duplicate, hit duplicate, and you want to do this 4 more times. Once you've done that, you want to hit duplicate. Now, the only thing that you're changing in the ad set level, and the ad set level is the one with the 4 boxes, is just the interest. So I'm going to scroll down to the interest, which is somewhere around here, and I'm going to click edit. I'm going to hit suggestions, and I'm going to click any. So image editing is a good one. So I'm going to delete the old one and put image editing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back up and I'm going to call this one image editing, because that's the new interest that I've selected. Then I'm going to go down to the next one, and I'm going to do the same again, scroll down to the bottom, and I'm going to change this one to something else that Facebook is going to suggest me. So I'm going to go back to suggestions, and this time I'm going to be doing Adobe Photoshop. So I'm going to get rid of Adobe Lightroom. I'm going to change this one to Adobe Photoshop. So I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to do the exact same with this one. I'm going to go down, find a suggested interest, and put it as it. And you're going to want to do that for this one and this one. The one at the bottom is the original, so do not touch it. And once you've done that, guys, you can hit the publish button. So guys, once you've done that, you want to make sure you go to the top right and click review and publish to make sure that those are fully published. So guys, once those have been scheduled and running, these are going to be the killing and scaling metrics. So this is phase 1, killing and scaling. So this is what you want to do when you leave the campaign for 72 hours. You want to kill the following ad sets if they meet this rule. 12-hour rule, they want to have at least a 1 link click. 24-hour rule, you want to make sure that the cost per click is lower than $1 or $1. The 48-hour rule, an add to cart or initiate checkout. 72-hour rule, 1 sale or 3 add to carts, and this is per ad set. If you have at least 1 sales for the whole campaign, you can move forward to phase 2. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be duplicating the winning interest 4 times and changing the interest based on the Facebook suggestion. So for those guys that don't know what that means, is you're going to want to go to the ad set level, and you're going to want to look at those 3 rules. The 24-hour rule was the cost per click, so you want to change your columns to the ones that I told you to do. So you want to scroll across and make sure that the CPC is below $1. If it's not, you click the blue button to turn it off. Then you want to make sure that you got at least 1 link click. Then you want to look at the add to cart. Then you want to look at the purchase. Now, what you should have left is either 1 or 2 ad sets that have survived. Now, you want to be picking the best ad set out of both of them. So you should have at least 1 or 2 that have done well. If not, you repeat the process again, but with a new set of ad sets. Now, you want to pick the ad set that's done the best, the one with at least a sale. But if there's ones with 2 sales, you just pick the one that has better metrics. So let's say these two have both got a sale, but this one's got more add to cart, so you'd go with this one. So what you do is you turn all the other ones off. So you'd turn these all off like this. You duplicate the winning ad set, and you'd change it 4 times. So you'd hit duplicate and you'd change it 4 times. Then what you're going to do is you're going to only use what's performing best. So for example, if the carousel was the one that was doing better, so if carousel's performing better than the single image, and how you do that is by duplicating the tab, and what you want to do is you want to have a look at the ad level metrics. So I've duplicated the tab, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this now to ad level. So I'm going to go to the ads, and you're going to have data. I haven't got data on mine because obviously this is just a test campaign, and you can see here it's showing me the single image and the carousel. So you want to look at the metrics and see which is performing better, and you want to look at CTR, and you want to look at the initiate checkouts. Now, if carousel is performing better than the single image ad, then what you're going to do when you do this campaign is you're going to get rid of the single image by clicking the 3 buttons and click delete. So you can see, again, if carousel is performing better, you get rid of the single image by deleting it by clicking the 3 dots. Now, that's not the only thing that you do. You also want to be picking a interest based on the suggestion to what's performing best. So image editing, in my case, performing best. I'm going to click suggestions and I'm going to pick anything on here related to it, but I've not used before. So I couldn't use Adobe Photoshop because I've already used it before, but I've not used graphic design, so I could use that. And again, that's what you're going to do for the other 4 ad sets. Find a new interest related to the winning interest, but you've not used before. And you're going to want to narrow down the ad to the ad that performed the best. So again, single image didn't perform as well, so I'll delete that and keep carousel. Once you've done that, guys, you can click the publish button. So what you want to do is you want to run that campaign for 48 hours, and these are the rules. 24-hour rule is you want a cost per click at $1 or lower. 48-hour rule, you want 1 sale per ad set or kill it. If you have at least 3 sales for the whole campaign, you can move forward to phase 3. If you have 1 to 2 sales, you can reset the process from phase 1 with an interest related to the second best ad set, and you want to be using the second best creative, which would be a single image ad, because that's the one that I didn't use for the first campaign. So now we're in phase 3. So you want to duplicate the ad set from the second phase with the, so if an ad set has got at least 2 to 3 sales, you want to duplicate the ad set 3 times in the original ABO campaign. For example, let's say Lightroom as an ad set got 2 sales. Or let's say wedding got an ad. So let's say wedding as an ad set got 2 sales. Or let's say love as an ad set got 2 sales. What I will do is I will duplicate the ad set 3 times and I won't change anything. The ad setup is the same. So you're just using the exact same ad. The only thing you're doing, guys, is you're just duplicating any ad set that had 2 sales 3 times and you're not doing anything to. For example, let's say this Adobe Lightroom got 2 sales. Let's say, for example, Photoshop got 2 sales. So I'd click the duplicate button and I'd change the number of copies to 3 and I'd hit duplicate and publish, and that is literally all you're doing. Now, these are the killing and scaling metrics for phase 3 when you duplicate an ad set 3 times. We're going to kill aggressive due to profitability. 12-hour rule is a CPC greater than $1, you're going to kill it. 24-hour rule, if you've got an ad to cart, initiate checkout, or if you've got 2 per ad set, you can basically keep it going. So the 24-hour rule is you need at least an add to cart or initiate checkout, but you need at least 2 of them per ad set. Now, the 48-hour rule is the amount spent. So if your amount spent, let's say, is $7 and your break even point is $5, then you'd kill the ad set. So if you're spending more than what you're making, turn the ad set off. If you have at least 4 sales, you can move on to the next phase, which is phase 4. If you have 0 to 3 sales, reset the whole process from phase 2 flow. So this is really important now, guys, because we're starting to get into the scaling methods. You only want to scale what your bank can afford. So if you can't afford to scale, don't scale, just wait. So your payment gateways, like I said, can take between 3 and 21 days to pay you. So you just got to really take that into consideration. Now, if you want my honest opinion, I'd recommend that you get a business charge card. It's different to a credit card. A charge card has a different way it spends. It's more aggressive. Now, the charge card that I personally use is the American Express one. I'll leave that in the Google Doc sheet. That's the one that I use. And the charge card is going to help you because if you're waiting for money from your gateway, instead of having to wait for it, you can use your charge card whilst it gets paid in. So that's a great way to manage your cash flow. So guys, now we're going to be moving forward to lookalike audiences. Now, lookalike audiences is basically where if somebody's come to your website or viewed your video, then Facebook can create an audience related to people that have viewed your video. So they can find people that are similar to those people. So that's what we call a warm audience, which is a lookalike audience. Now, the first lookalike audience that we will make is going to be a video view lookalike audience for 95%, 75%, and 50%. So in that column setup, I told you to make those columns so you can do this. Now, I've got a different ad account open, the one that's nothing to do with a fashion sneaker, just to show you what it would look like. So you can see here, if I scroll into the columns, and you want to be in the campaign level. So you want to go to the campaign level when you're doing this. You want to scroll over to where it says video view plays at 95, 100, 75, and 50. So you can see here, you want to make sure that these ones have 2,000. So in each column, this should say 2,000. So for 75, 50, and 95, you want to make sure that they have a 2,000. Unless you've got 2,000 in these columns, you cannot move forward with the video view lookalike. It just won't work very effectively. Now, if your winning creative was not a video, you can skip this because you can only do a video view if you've got a winning video creative. So if you didn't have a winning video and your best ad was a picture, you can skip this part and just carry on with ABO interest testing, or you can skip the video to the bit where I talk about page view, which will be in the next few minutes. So how we do that, guys, as we go here to where it says business tools, and then what we want to do is we want to go to where it says audiences. And then when you come to audiences, this is what your screen should look like. It won't take a few minutes to load. Then what you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure you're in the right account. So here where it says the account, you want to make sure you're in the right one. Again, I'm using a different account to show you guys what this would look like. What you want to do is you want to go to where it says create audience, and you want to go to where it says create custom audience. And then you want to go to where it says video. So you can see here, it says video. And then you want to say where it says choose content type. So you want to select 50. You want to select 75 as well. So you want to click 75. And you also want to select 95. So you should see 95. So you should have those three in here. So you can see 50, 75, 95. Then you want to hit choose video. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're in the right page. You see where it says page here? You want to make sure that the right page is selected. So you guys can see here, I've selected the page. Now again, guys, I can't emphasize this enough. I'm using a different page example to show you what this would look like. So then what you do is you select all the videos. So you select all the videos and you click confirm. And then you're going to do the exact same for all of them. So you're going to do this again. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. You're going to click confirm. And you're going to do the same for this one. Confirm. And then what you're going to do is you're going to type in here where it says in past 365 days. I'd recommend you change this to however long you've been doing it for. So let's say I've been running ads for 14 days, I'll change it to 14 days. Then you want to enter the audience name. So I'm going to call it video view, sorry, VV for video view. Then you're going to put 95. Then you're going to put slash 75. Then you're going to put slash 50. And then once you've done that, you can put the percent at the end. And then what you can do is you can also call it whatever it is. So if it's the fashion sneaker, I'll call it fashion sneaker, okay? That's what I'll do. Once you've done that, guys, you can hit create audience. Once you've done that, it'll say it'll take up to 30 minutes for it to be ready to use. So guys, you do have to give it 30 minutes for it to populate. Once it's been 30 minutes, we can carry on though. So let's pretend, for example, it's been 30 minutes. You want to go back here to where it says create audience, and you want to select lookalike audience. Once you select this, you want to go to where it says select an existing audience. And then once you come here, you want to go to other, and then you want to select that audience that we've just created. So if you scroll down here, you will find that audience. So guys, you can see here on other sources, I'll scroll to the bottom and you can see here, I've just found it, video view 95, 75, 50, click it. So guys, once you've done this, you should be greeted by this little bar here from 0 to 10%. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%. Now the percentage is basically mean who are the most similar to your audience. So 10, let's say for example, contains the people, so 1%, sorry, contains the people that are most similar to the audience that have been to your video. 10% of the people that are less likely to be similar to people that have seen your video. So that's how that percentage works. So you can see here it says lookalikes are now used in ad set locations. So depending on your ad account, how new it is, you can either create your countries in here or you can create it in the ad set. So mine's on the new version, so I create my countries in the ad set, not here. So if you're on the old one, you will have to add your countries in here. So do bear that in mind. Now, I'd recommend that you add your top country. So if your United States is your best country, you would add it here if it gives you the option. If not, wait till the ad set. So the first thing that we're going to do, guys, is we're going to create a 0 to 1%. So it's already done for you, 0 to 1%. So we hit create audience. So once you've done that, guys, you're going to hit create audience again, and you're going to hit lookalike. And then this time you're going to go to sources, other, and you're going to go to the bottom, select your source. Then this time we're going to want to be doing 1 to 2%. So you can see it, 1 to 2%. And then we're going to hit create audience. And then we're going to do the exact same again, guys, lookalike audiences, and you're going to select your source again, but this time you're going to be doing 2 to 3%. So you're going to change this to 2 to 3%. And then you're going to do it again and again and again. So I'm not going to do it all the time because it'll take too long. So you'll do 2 to 3%, you'll click create audience. Then you're going to do 3 to 4%, create audience. Then you can do 4 to 5%, create audience. Then 5 to 6, create audience. Then 6 to 7, create audience. Then 7 to 8, create audience. Then 9 to 10, create audience. And altogether, you should have 10 made. You should have 10 lookalikes made once you do that. So guys, once you've done that, you want to go back to the ads manager and you want to hit create on campaign. And then when you create the campaign, you're going to do conversions. Then you're going to hit continue. And then on the campaign name, you're going to call it VV 95, 75, and 50%. And then you're going to do your country. So for this one, I'm going to be doing US. So I type in US because that's the country that I'm doing. Then you don't need to turn CBO on. You can leave that off. Then you go to ad set, and then you're going to call this ad set LLA1. You're going to call this one LLA1. LLA1. You call that 1%. And the reason why you're doing that is because each ad set's going to be a percent. So you're going to be making 10 ad sets. So you're going to be doing 10 ads. Each ad set's going to have a different percent. So we're going to go to choose event, and we're going to do purchase as the event. So we're going to go to purchase. Then we're going to scroll down, I'm going to change the daily budget. It's important you change the daily budget to $7. Lookalikes, you don't need as much money because it's warmer audiences, so you can spend less. Then you want to scroll down and go to where it says custom audience, and you want to click it. Once you've clicked it, you want to see here, it's got all your different lookalikes. Now you can see here, I want to select the 1 to 2%. So I've selected 1 to 2%. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to delete this. I'm going to type in United States because that's my top performing country. So now I've got United States, that's all done. Then where it says age, you want to leave that nice and bland. So you want to leave 18 to 65. You just want to leave it nice and bland. Gender, leave it bland. Detailed target expansion, you don't need to worry about that. Languages, you don't need to worry about that. You want auto placements now, so you want to go from manual to auto. And once you've done that, you're all good to go. Then you want to go to where it says new ad, and you want to change the name of the ad to winning creative. So you're going to change this one to winning creative. So once you've done winning creative, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to upload your best creative. So the best ad line, the best headline, sorry, the best ad copy, the best headline, the best video, the best picture, whatever's been your winning creative, just add it back into the ads. That's all you've got to do. It's not complicated, guys. Once you've done that, to save myself some time, I'm not going to do it, but all you're doing is adding your best ads. You can do it as a use exist post, whatever. That's all you're going to do. Once you've done that, guys, you're going to go back to the ad set and you're going to click the 3 dots and you're going to duplicate it 9 times. So you're going to change number of copies to 9 and you're going to hit duplicate. So you can see here it says duplicating and it'll say 9. So as soon as you've done that, guess what you're going to be doing? Again, the one at the bottom is the original. You're changing it now to 2. So this one's going to be 2%. So then what you do is you go down to the custom audience and you change it to 2%. So we're going to go down to custom audience, delete this one, and we're going to be selecting 2%. So you can see here, this one's 2%. So I got it wrong. Sorry, my bad. The first one I got it wrong. I should have selected this one. So this one should have been the original one. So my bad, guys. 1% should have been the original one. And this one should now be 1 to 2%. So guys, I do apologize. That's what I should have done. So this one's now 1 to 2%. So then I'll come back up and I'll call this one 2%. Again, I got the first one wrong, guys. I should have selected 1%, but then you add the next one. And then in the next ad set, guess what you do? You do 2 to 3%. And then the next ad set, you do 4 to 5%, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. And then once you've done all of that, guys, you can hit the publish button. So once you've done that, guys, and it's active, you want the campaign to run for 72 hours. And these are the killing and scaling metrics. So the 12-hour rule is you want 1 link kit per ad set. 24-hour rule is you want the cost per click no higher than 1.75. So the 48-hour rule, you want to have at least 1 add to cart or 1 initiate checkout. And the 72-hour rule is you want to have at least 1 sale or 5 add to cart. So 72-hour rule is you want 1 sale per ad set, or the ad set has to have 5 add to carts or initiate checkouts. Replace the turned off ad sets with a duplicated winning ad set. So this is very, very important. So guys, remember you had 10 ad sets. So let's say, for example, I had to turn off 8 ad sets because they just didn't perform well. That means you've got 2 left. Let's say the 2 ad sets that I've got left are 3% and 6%. What I would do is I'd duplicate the ad set to replace the ones that have been turned off. So what you want to do is you want to, let's say, duplicate 6% and 3%, and you want to duplicate those so it makes up for the ones that have been turned off. That's literally all you're doing. So guys, once you've done that, you just want to monitor everything, and I always judge everything by the last 3 days. So let me show you something. You want to come to the ads manager, you want to change lifetime to the last 3 days. So today it's currently December the 12th. So I would change it from the 9th to the 12th and I'd click update. So you always want to be judging your ad sets on the last 3 days because they're only as good as their last 3 days. And you want to be judging them on the last 3 days by the 3 rules that I always give you: the 24-hour, the 48-hour, the 72-hour. So that's how you want to be judging your ad sets when you launch new ad sets. Last 3 days with the 3 rules that I've been giving you throughout this whole strategy. That's how you want to always judge your ad sets. And guys, do not get attached. If they need turning off, just turn them off, but make sure you always replace them with something that has been working well in the past. So guys, that moves us on to the next part, which is the testing phase, part 5. We're now in phase 5, and this is going to be the campaign setup for page view lookalikes. So we're now onto page view lookalikes. And as I was saying to you guys before, if you didn't have a video as your winning creative and I told you to skip past that part, this is the part you should be on now if you skip the video part, which is page view. Now, how you go to page view audiences, you need to go to where it says business tools and you need to go to where it says events manager. Once you click events manager, you should be greeted by this page here, and it should say here page view, view content, add to cart, initiate checkout. So where it says page view here, you want to make sure that it says 2000 to 3,000. You want to make sure that your page view is 2,000 to 3,000. Now, the sweet spot is 2,500 if you want me to be honest with you, but you can only do this, guys. I can't make this any more important. You can only do this if you have between 2,000 and 3,000. If you don't, just carry on doing your video view lookalikes, carry on doing interest targeting, just carry on. But for now, if you haven't, like I said, you can't do it. So if you have got 3,000 or 2,000 page views, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go back to the audience section. You're going to hit create new audience. You're going to hit custom audience. Then you're going to go to where it says website. And then what you're going to do is you're going to see where it says in the past. You want to do it to however many days you've been running it for. So let's say I've been running my ads now for 25 days. I'm going to change this to 25. And then what you're going to want to do is where it says all website visitors, you're going to want to change this to page view. So you can see where it says all website visitors, page view. Then you're going to name this audience and you're going to call it page view lookalike. So by doing LLA, page view LLA, and the name of your product or the name of your store, whatever you want to do. Once you've done that, guys, you can click create audience. And again, the same with the page view, guys, you have to give it 30 minutes. Now, once you've done that, guys, we can go back to where it says create audience, lookalike audience. And guess what, guys? You're going to do the exact same again. You're going to click the select source. You're going to click other source. You're going to scroll down to the bottom and you can see it there, page view LLA. You're going to select it. And then what you're going to do is the exact same as what you did with the video view. You can do 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, 6 to 7, 8 to 9, and what so forth. And you should have in total 10 different lookalikes. So that's exactly what you're going to be doing. The exact same as the video view structure. If you don't remember it, rewind back, watch it again. You're doing the exact setup as the video view, but this time you're doing page view. And the same with the actual campaign itself. So when you set up the campaign, you're doing the exact same. A campaign, 10 ad sets, ABO, $7 a day, and you're just making sure that each ad set has a different page view lookalike value, 1%, 2%, 3%. It's the exact same setup. The only difference is the value being page view, not video view. So guys, once you launch that campaign, you've got some rules. Again, 72 hours, you're going to leave the campaign, but you're going to judge it on these few rules. 12-hour rule, 1 link click, and then the rest of the rules are the same. 24-hour rule, the CPC has to be under $1.75 or $1.50, and then the 48-hour rule is you're gonna have to have at least 1 add to cart or initiate checkout. 72-hour rule, you're gonna want to have at least 1 sale or 5 add to cart. So the rules stay the same, but this time you have the 12-hour rule, which is the 1 link click per ad set. So guys, we're now on phase 6. We've now gone to phase 6, and phase 6 is all about view content lookalike audiences. So what you need to do is you need to go back to the events manager and you need to look at where it says view content. Now you need at least 1,500 to 2,000 view contents. If you haven't got that, carry on doing page view, video view lookalikes, carry on doing interest targeting. That's what you need to be doing. Now, if you have got a view content at 1,500 or 2,000, what you need to do is you need to go back to the audience section, create audience. You don't need to do a custom audience. Anything above view content and above, you don't need to do custom audience. You just go straight to lookalikes. So you hit lookalikes, you click this, and then you go to where it says value based, and then you select the pixel. So make sure you select the pixel. It's very important that you do this. So you select the pixel, and then what you do is you change it by clicking other amount, by clicking it, and then you select view content. So again, you go straight from the pixel this time, and then what you do is you go to where it says other, and then you click view content. And then once you've done that, guys, you can go straight into doing again 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and so forth. You click create audience, and then you do the same again and same again. So anything that's view content and above, you do it this way in the lookalikes. So once you've done that, you go back to the ads manager and you do the exact same setup. You're gonna be doing 1 campaign ABO, $7 a day with the 10 ad sets, and each ad set has a different lookalike value. That is exactly the same. The only difference is the way you create the audience in the audience section, which is going straight to lookalikes. So now we're in phase 7, and phase 7 is the add to cart lookalike. Now you need at least 200 to 300 add to carts for you to do it. And again, if you've hit that milestone, you go and do the exact same thing. You go to the audiences here, create audience, lookalike, you select the pixel again. So you select your pixel, you go to other, and you select add to cart. And then you do the same again, the same amount of lookalikes, which is the 10. You do the exact same campaign. Everything's the same. Killing and scaling is the exact same. And again, everything's on that PowerPoint presentation that I've created for you so you can have a look at it. So we're now on to phase 8, which is the purchase lookalike. And again, you want to come back to here, and if you've had any purchases, it will tell you how many you've got. You need at least 100 to 200 purchases to do a purchase lookalike. If you haven't got enough, carry on doing add to cart, carry on doing the other ones, carry on doing interest, and work your way up to purchase. As soon as you've got enough, you go back to the audiences again, guys. You go straight to lookalike. So you can see here lookalike, and what you want to do is you want to go to the pixel, and it should already have purchase checked. So purchase already checked, and then you make those 10 lookalikes and you do the exact same in the campaign, 10 ad sets and so forth. Everything remains the same with the killing and scaling. And as I said, everything is explained in the PowerPoint presentation for those that want more detail. So guys, let's talk a little bit about how to scale lookalike audiences. So the best way to scale lookalike audiences is to start to group the most successful LLAs into one ad set. For example, if you have an add to cart 1 and 3% that are performing well, make a new LLA for 1 to 3% and then create it for an ad set. So what I'm saying is, let's say 1, 2, and 3% doing really, really well on their own, group it up. So that's what I'm trying to say. So what you'd do is you'd go back to the audience section. So you go here, you go to audiences, and you're going to group them. So how you group them is, let's say I'm doing add to cart as the example. I'd go straight to lookalikes. I'd select my pixel again. And then what I'd do is I'd do add to cart. So you can see it, add to cart. And what I'd do is I'd do 1 to 3. So I'd change this to 3 and I'd change this to 1. So then I'm doing 1 to 3%. So you're grouping them up. Let's say, for example, add to cart 4 to 6% has been doing well on their own. Then I'd do a group one. So I'd do 6 and 4%. So I'd group them up. The reason why I want to group them up is because it becomes more powerful. And then once you've made that audience, you go and create it into an ad set, and you publish it 3 times. You create it and you put it into a new campaign, and you have 3 ad sets, the exact same, 4 to 6%, and you just let them run. And that's the best way to scale grouped lookalikes. So guys, another great way to scale lookalike audiences is to start to test other performing countries. So for example, when I've been doing these lookalikes, I've been doing US only. So what you might want to be doing is you might want to be testing your second best country. Let's say, for example, the UK is my second best. I might want to do UK in this. So all the audiences that I've made in lookalike, I might want to do it for UK instead. So change the US to the UK, or you can group it, do US and UK in one lookalike. I'd recommend that you test both to see which one works best, because it really depends on how your ad account reacts to it. So guys, now we're in phase 11. Now phase 11 is all about retargeting. Now retargeting is completely different to lookalikes. Lookalikes is where Facebook based it off similar people that have seen your stuff in the past. Now retargeting is where you're actually showing your ad back to somebody that's been there before. So let's say somebody's been to my website, added to cart, but didn't buy. I'm going to retarget them and try and show them a new ad that's more created in a way where it's going to get them to buy it this time instead of just adding to cart. So how we do retargeting is we go into the audience section of the ads manager, we hit create audience, we go to where it says custom audience, and we're going to hit website. And then we're going to go to where it says all website visitors, and you're going to want to be learning the funnel. So the funnel is page view is the bottom and initiate checkout is the top. So page view is the start of the funnel and initiate checkout is the bottom of the funnel. So we always start with page view. Now, I'd always recommend that you start your way back and then you move your way forward. So starting your way back would be 180 days. So you want to be retargeting it to the last, so basically you're doing a retargeting ad for the last 180 days of people that have viewed your content. Now you want to start at the back and you want to work your way forward. So that's what I always like to do. I always like to make an ad set at the 180 days, and then I like to make other ad sets other ways in. So the other ones you can do is you can do something like 90 days, you can do something like 7 days, you can do something like 14 days, 30 days. So those are the different ones you can do. So for example, like I said, you can do the other one I would recommend that you do is 90 days. The other one past that is 30 days. And then the other one that you can do is 14 days. And then the other one you can do is 7 days. They're the different funnels that you can do when you're doing retargeting. And again, you want to be making one ad set per that amount of days. So 7 days, 14 days, so forth. So once you've done this, you want to exclude people. If you're doing a page view retargeting, you don't want your retargeting ad to see anybody else but page view. So what you do is you come here and then you do view content. You click exclude people again, and this one's going to be for add to cart. And then you can do it again, but this time this one's going to be for initiate checkout, because you want your page view to be seen. You want your retargeting ad to hit those people that have seen your page view, but you don't want your retargeting ad to see these people because you're going to do those separate. So that's why you exclude them. And you want to make sure the days always match. You want to do 180 days here. Once you've done that, guys, you can go ahead, you can go away and create an audience. You want to name your audience first. So I'm going to call it page view retargeting. And then I'm going to call it exclude ATC VC. And then I'm going to do IC. So I'm going to exclude those. So once you've done that, guys, you can carry on and create. So there we hit create audience. So the next thing that I'm going to want to do, guys, I'm going to create the exact same retargeting, but this time, instead of doing 180 days, I'm going to be doing 90 days. And then you exclude the same audiences. Then you do it again, but this time for 30 days again, but this time 14 days again, 7 days. So in total, you should have 5 different retargeting funnel days. And then you do the same, but this time you do it for view content. So you do the exact same for view content, but then you exclude page view, you exclude the other ones that you aren't trying to target for. And then once you've done that, we can then create the campaign for it. So guys, now we're going to be creating the campaign for the retargeting. So we hit the create button, then we're going to hit conversions, then we're going to hit continue, and then we're going to call the campaign name retargeting. So you just call it retargeting. I'm just going to put RT for now to save some time, but you call it retargeting and then the actual ad set name. Then once you've done that, you go to the ad set and then you call this ad set the retargeting that you're doing. So this one would be page view. Now, something else that I should have said is the campaign name should also be the value that you're doing. So you should do one campaign per value. So view content would have its own campaign. Add to cart would have its own campaign. Same with the lookalikes. Every lookalike has its own campaign in the value. So always have an own campaign per value. Then what you want to do is you want to come back here. What you're going to do is you're going to change this one to, let's say, 180 days. So we're going to do 180 days. So this one's going to be all 180 days. So then what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down, go to where it says conversion event, and you're going to go for per. Then what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and we're going to make the budget $5. So with retargeting, you actually don't need to be spending that much money. You can do it really, really cheap. So I'd recommend that you do it for $5 or £5, whatever, because retargeting, you don't need to spend that much money. So £5 or £3 would work really, really well. Then what you're going to want to do is you want to scroll down, and then where it says custom audiences, you're going to want to select your custom audience, which should be here where it says page view retargeting, exclude ATC, VTC. And then that's all good. And then where it says countries, you want to add every single country that you've been doing. So because we've been doing ePacket, I would add the ePacket countries here. So what I can do is I can click where it says here, browse, saved locations, and then I can hit ePacket. And then that would add all the ePacket for me. Then you're going to leave this broad. You're not going to change this. And then you're going to leave it as automatic placements. You don't need to change the placements. Leave it as automatic. And then we come to the ad. Now, this is the important part. You're going to call the ad name retargeting. Retargeting. If I could spell, that would help. So we're going to do retargeting. And then we're going to create a new ad. So we're going to add media, add video. Now, remember, I got you guys to make that retargeting video. So you go here. You go to downloads, and we're going to add the retargeting video, which is this one here. So we're going to add the retargeting video, and then we're also going to want to add the retargeting thumbnail and ad copy. So you can see here, we're going to go back, and you can see here the retargeting headline. We're going to copy this, and we're going to put it in the headline. So we're going to put this here in the headline. So headline, I'm going to put the 4.9 star reviews again, because your retargeting ad, the creative, is different to normal creatives. Then where it says ad copy, I'm going to want to get this, and then I'm going to paste the retargeting copy there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to description and type in free shipping again. But now what I do is I go to edit video, and then I click upload, and then I'm going to upload the retargeting thumbnail. So we're going to hit testimonials, and we're going to hit open. And then once that's done, we're going to hit continue. So then once you've done that, you're going to hit save, and then that's what your retargeting should look like. And then when you play the video, it's the retargeting video, because again, retargeting has a different creative. So that's what we're going to do here. Now, once you've done that, you're going to go to the ad set, and you're going to duplicate the ad set 4 times, because you're going to add another one. So that's important. So once you've done that, guys, you're going to want to duplicate the ad set another 4 times, which means you've got 5 ad sets in total. Now, the other 4 ad sets are going to have the other values in it. Now, when I say value, I mean value days. Make it very clear, value days. So the next ad set, which is ad set 2, is going to have 90 days. So it'll be page view 90 day. The next ad set, which will be the 3rd ad set, will be page view 30 days. The 4th one will be page view 14 days. And then the next one will be page view 7 days. So those will be the other ad sets that we have. Once you've done that, you can publish the campaign. So guys, we're now in phase 12, and this is all about how to scale winning campaigns. So the best way to scale winning campaigns is by duplicating them into CBO format. So you can see here, let's say, for example, this is my winning campaign. Let's pretend you'd select it. You'd hit duplicate, and you'd change it into CBO format. So you hit duplicate, and then what we'd do is we'd go to the campaign level, we'd scroll down, we'd turn CBO on, and you'd make the CBO budget 100. So you'd change the budget to 100. That's 1,000, sorry. And then we'd go in here, and then what we'd do is we'd set the minimum ad set spend. So there's actually minimum ad set spends inside of these. So you'd have to scroll to the top, and it should say budget and schedule. You can see it here. And then what you want to do is ad set spend. You want to click edit, and you want to hit ad set spend. And then where it says daily minimum, this is what you want to be doing. And you want to be setting this to 7. 7 or 5, it really depends. You don't want to be setting a maximum. Do not set a maximum. Only need to do minimum. And you do the same again in this one. You'd set the daily minimum spend to $7. And then that's all you need to do, and you can hit publish. So guys, Once you've done that, you're going to be increasing the budget on the CBO between 30 and 50%, depending on the profitability. And they do that every 3 to 4 days. So that CBO has been running now, let's say, for example, 4 days. It's profitable. Let's say it's profitable by, let's say, 0.1%. I might want to increase it by 30%. Now, let's say it's profitable by like 1 ROAS, an extra 1 ROAS. I might want to increase it by 50%. And you always want to be adjusting the minimum spend on what ad set's performing the best. So let's say if we go back into that ad set, so let's go back here. So let's say this ad set here is performing the best. I might want to change the minimum ad set spend from 7 to 10 or from 7 to 20, depending on how well it's doing. And again, you're going to want to change it based on how many ad sets you've got. It all depends on all those different variants, but that's pretty much how you want to scale your Facebook ads in CBO format. So guys, those were all the 12 different phases of Facebook scaling and testing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Now we're going to be moving on to some more advanced little things that you can do inside of the ads manager to really help automate it and get the best results possible. So the first thing that you can do is you can do something called automated rules. So if you click this, you can actually apply something called a rule. So if you click it and you go to rules, you can do something called apply existing rule or manage rules or create rule. So let me show you what rules do. So the rule that's really good is that if you're not active on Facebook and you just can't do anything because you're busy, you're on an airplane or you're on a bus and you want Facebook to turn off things for you, then you can create rules. So depending on certain variables, it will turn off certain campaigns and ad sets for you. So let's say, for example, I want this rule to turn off my ad set or campaign if it's below break even point. So what I can do is I can change this to be break even points or ROAS. So I might want to do ROAS point. And then what I might want to do is I might want to make it apply to one campaign, turn off campaign, and then where it says cost per result, you want to scroll down to where it says website purchase ROAS, and then you want to do in between. So let's just do 1. So let's do 1 to 1.3. So let's say that's my ROAS. So anything that's between 1 and 1.3, it will turn off. And then where it says time range, you want to do for the last 3 days. Because remember guys, I said you're only as good as your last 3 days. So it'll judge it every 3 days. And if the ROAS is between 1 and 1.3, it will turn it off. And then where it says attribution window, I would always do account default. And then schedule, I would always do daily at 12. Always at daily at 12. That's what I do it as. And then you click create. And then what that will do is it will apply a rule to that campaign where, again, if it doesn't have a website break-even point within the last 3 days, it will turn it off, so then you're not losing money. So that's a great way, and you can do loads of different things in rules for those 3 rules that I teach you, like the add to cart and stuff. You can do all of that, but do bear in mind with the rules, guys, they can be a little bit technical, they can be a little bit fiddly, and you've got to be very careful with Facebook rules, because if you don't do them correctly, it'll actually really ruin your campaign. So when you are creating these rules, make sure and double check you've done them correct. So guys, now you're building your digital products, you're doing really well with your Facebook ads, you're starting to scale, you're starting to build a real solid brand. You now want to protect your digital assets from people stealing them, using your imagery without your permission, reselling your stuff without permission. Then what you want to do is you want to copyright your digital asset. You want to be using companies like Redpoint, where basically they are fraud protection, where they offer different plans where you can get unlimited takedowns, you can do trademark protection, you can do marketplace protection, you can do image protection, you can do loads of different things. Now this company is just a great way of you making sure that if somebody is doing something they shouldn't be doing, then you can get them solved with. Now something else that is really important is by doing this, now you want to have a notice agreement saying that when people order your digital product, you want to make sure that they receive a notice saying, look, you cannot resell it. If you do, then you can get into trouble. Now in the free Google Doc sheet, I will be leaving a link to a free template that you can use to create one so that you can send to the customers in terms of reselling your digital products, in terms of using your content. That's my best recommendation.